There. Okay, so let's see. It looks like people can see us. People can hear us. Oh man, there's a bunch of people in chat. Hey, people in chat.
I know. It's wild.
How's it going?
What are they doing here?
Hey, there's Treebeard. We haven't seen you in a while, Treebeard. All right. Welcome to the goddamn show. We're the Defenders of Cobalt, and we're here to do stupid things like entertain you for the next 4 hours. Tonight, we're kicking off our brand new Mutant Year Zero campaign, made by Free League Publishing. So far, I'm fucking digging the shit out of it. Hey, Bert, thanks for coming by. And there's Ashley, too. Kick ass. Yeah, so this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. Mutant Year Zero. Let's see, where do I want to start at? Let's go through. We got some house cleaning. We're not entirely done with character creation. So we're going to go through, and everyone is going to introduce your character. Just who's your character, maybe something fun about your character you want to tell. You can share your mutation if you want to, but you don't have to. You know, maybe some people want to let it be revealed during gameplay, which will be absolutely fun. So I am going to go in alphabetical order, which is also the order at everyone is sorted on the template. So, Alex, why don't you tell us who you're playing?
Maneuver to my character.
Oh, yep.
And of course, everything is lagging on my screen.
Damn,
there
that's
we
rough,
go.
Treebeard. All right. Anyway, Alex, who the fuck
All
are
right.
you?
I played Tingy, a wonderful, not the most charismatic inventor. What's the best way to describe him? Tingy seems to want to build and invent things. He just has no idea what he wants to build and or invent.
Nice.
He scours the zone to find little trinkets and work on his creations.
Cool stuff. All right. Next down the list is Dan.
I'm playing Char, our stalker, and apparently I'm responsible for basically our success as we enter new tiles and stuff, which means that it's probably going to be really, really low success. So we can start off with a really low bar right there.
Mm-hmm. Less fun for you, more fun for me. So I'm great with this.
And my character's goal is really just to go far, which probably won't happen since I'm in charge of that.
Maybe. Who knows? Hey, Jen, thanks for coming by. All right. And next up is a new face, newish face. Irene has played some Among Us with us, and Irene has played, or not played, but been in a show or two of our Talk Crit Get Hit. But Irene, tell us who you're playing tonight.
I am playing Gouda, the dog handler. You know, she's got a big dream. Her big dream is to find the big cheese.
Ooh. Sounds like a good idea to me.
Well, absolutely. And she's got a lovely little mutt named Mouse.
Nice. So Gouda and Mouse out there looking for the cheese.
Nice.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right, now on to the other side of the screen. Jake, who are you playing?
I'll be playing a former grunt named Benny, who has got a hairless face, an ape-like body, and a torn T-shirt, and that's pretty much all there is to know about the guy.
Okay, cool. Underneath that is Joe.
All right, I am playing Gumruts the Enforcer. He is not the brightest, but he makes up for that in his strength. His goal in life is to prove that the sun is not only alive, but sentient. And
True story.
He refuses to hear otherwise.
I mean, real world, like, that's just science.
Right?
Yeah.
He's found plenty of scientists that, disagree with him, but he doesn't think they're real scientists. So he's looking for real scientists.
Totally fair.
Right.
That's his goal.
Totally fair. And last but not least, Tyler.
I'm Tyler, and I'm playing Jonathan. Disregard the way it's spelled. Despite the fact that I am a real scientist, I also believe that the sun is made out of cheese.
Just one big fondue in the sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am the chronicler of our party. I am here to record the history. And I think that's it.
Okay. So, in this game, we're supposed to pick out our relationships with the other PCs. Doing it by the book is fine, but the Alien game from Free League Publishing does something really fun, and that's that you pick a buddy and you pick a rival. You can pick whoever you want for your buddy. It's not, a crossway. So Dan could pick Tyler. Tyler could pick Joe. Joe could pick whoever the fuck. And then same thing for rivals. Dan could pick Joe. Joe could pick Tyler. You can't pick your buddy and your rival can't be the same person. But that's the gist of what we're going to do. So each of you, first off, you need to come up with who is your buddy going to be. You're muted, Joe.
Weird. Okay. So do buddies have to match?
No.
If I'm buddy with someone, do they have to be buddy with me?
No. It'll be a two-way street, though. So if you choose Jake to be your buddy, you and Jake are buddies. Jake does not have to choose you. Does that make sense? So you would choose Jake, and that means Jake and Joe are buddies. Jake would choose Alex. That means Jake and Alex are buddies.
Mm-hmm.
So
can I choose Jake and then Jake choose me as his rival?
No, that would not be work. If you pick someone as your buddy, yeah, that's the only stipulation.
They can't pick you as the rival.
Right.
Okay.
If you're buddies with someone, they can't pick you as a rival.
Okay.
So, who wants to go first? Who wants to pick a buddy first?
What our different characters do.
How about I just roll?
I call Mouse to be my buddy.
Mouse is already my buddy. What are you talking about?
The dog doesn't count.
You know what? You're my rival now.
All right, we skipped right to it. So
There it is.
Gouda and Benny are now rivals.
Yeah, let's make this mutual rivalry.
That's fine. You two can pick each other as rivals. That's absolutely fine. That way you both hate each other equally. Now, if you pick
Does
someone...
it have to be what does rival mean? Can it just be someone that you're constantly trying to one up?
Yeah,
Doesn't
we're
necessarily have to
not
be
friends.
hate.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
interpret that how you want it to. I fucking hate that person annoys the shit out of me, or that person's a smart ass, so I'm always trying to, one up them. It's up to interpretation. It's just, something we can build tension in the game.
Okay.
So, Alex, who's going to be your buddy?
I would say probably Gouda.
All right, Alex and Gouda, buddy. Now, a person can be picked more than once.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on here? Did everyone get that error? No, I don't know.
I got it.
Yeah. Foundry's being weird, but that's just Foundry. Am I logged in as a Twitch viewer? What the fuck is going on? No, I'm logged in as GM. I'll just use old-fashioned notebook and paper. All right, Alex, your buddy is Gouda. Now, yeah, Gouda can be picked more than once. Anyone can be picked more than once for this. So 10G picks Gouda. Char, who is your buddy?
I think since I'm kind of a ranged guy, it would probably make sense to maybe have Benny be my buddy, since he can be the muscle.
Cool. Gouda, who's going to be your
Balance there.
buddy?
Let's see. So, I don't like Benny.
You don't like Benny. You and Benny are mutual rivals.
Yeah. So I think. Let's see. Was it? It was Gumruts, right? Who thinks that the sun is sentient?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I think that makes sense then for Gouda and to see Gumruts as a buddy there.
All right.
Cool stuff.
Another believer.
All right, Benny. Who's your buddy?
I'll make it Char. Make that a mutual buddyship, so that way, we can have it in our heads that we're going to coordinate our attacks.
Sure thing. Gumruts.
I need to know, like, who would strike me as the strongest person in the group?
Benny.
Okay. Benny would probably be my rival then,
Okay, that's fine.
and then
I once offhandedly said something about the sun being made of gas.
Oh
yeah,
no.
definitely, definitely a rival there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gumruts would be looking for the day to prove him wrong. And then I don't know who.
Hey there, Dustin.
I'd say Alex is probably my buddy if he's
Okay.
another kind of off kilter type.
Okay.
So,
We're all off kilter types.
yeah.
10G. And then finally, Jonathan.
I think my buddy has to be Dan because I need him to protect me in my travels to record
Sure.
the history of everything.
All right. So make note of who all your buddies. So 10G and Gouda are buddies. Char and Benny are buddies. Gouda and Gumrut are buddies. Benny and Char are mutual buddies, so they're like best friends. Gumrut and 10G are buddies. And Jonathan and Char are buddies. So let's go over those rivals. Alex, who was your rival?
I don't think I picked one.
Nope, that's what we're doing now.
Okay. What was Benny? What did Benny do? What's Benny like?
Benny really appreciates hard work, and if there's one thing he appreciates more than that, it's tricking somebody else into doing it so he doesn't have to.
Jonathan, what do you do?
Very little. I stay and study my books. Try and find more information to write in my books.
You're my rival.
Okay, that's fine.
Jonathan is definitely the nerd of the group.
It's not even about being a nerd. It's just like you don't.
I wear giant taped-on glasses.
You have no grand dreams and adventures.
All right. Char, who's your rival?
I hate to say it, but I think it's Gumruts because I feel like he's gonna keep me in line, being the enforcer and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Not a part of no system.
All right, Gouda.
I believe it was a mutual rivalry with Benny.
With Benny, I love it. All right. Next up, Benny. We already got yours. It's Gouda. Gumruts, who's your rival?
My rival's gonna be Benny, just in like a one-up sort of sense. Like he wants to be the strong guy of the group. So
Okay, cool. And then Jonathan.
Joe's character, Gumruts, because I know the truth about the sun and he just doesn't believe me.
Cool. So I've got those noted down. You all now have a little bit to play off of about the interpersonal relationships in the group.
I might recommend there's an info tab on your character sheet. You can write it in there so you
That
don't have
is-
to think too hard about it later.
100% acceptable. What else do we need to look at? We need to look at relationships to the NPCs. Some of you will have picked your own relationships. You'll have created NPCs during this. At some point, I would like you all to send me those. Just so I can, make some NPCs in the background for it. But the important thing I want to establish right now, there's 2 bosses in the arc. Let me move this mouse because I'm going to click on shit. Hang on. 2 bosses in the arc. Let me get... So the first one is Boss Johanna. Boss Johanna is a take no shit kind of person. She's very much about hard labor, and everyone does their day's fair work. And if you're not putting in your fair share, you're dead weight. So if you work hard and do your share of work in the arc, Johanna's going to look out after you. And then on the other side of that is Boss Nelson. Boss Nelson runs like is trying to run. The arc's not quite up to snuff for it, but wants to run like a speakeasy or like a bar, a lounge. It's pretty much just a lounge right now, a place where people can go and get together. Boss Nelson is, the ends justify the means. Kind of slimy, has the arc's best interest at heart, but will totally be underhanded, snaky, doesn't have problem fucking other people over in the zone to improve the arc. And also, Nelson is a strong believer in supplying things to people who want things. So a little bit of a black market, maybe. So, what I need to know from each of you, which of those bosses do you most align with? So, 10G.
Probably the last one.
All right, so that's one for Nelson. All right, Char.
I hate to say it, but can you give me the last one more time? I had Rosalie for a second.
That's fine. Nelson is the kind of ends justify the means. Doesn't have a problem operating outside of societal norms. May or may not have had a past as like a marauder or a thief outside of the arc. Isn't afraid to fuck someone over, but everything Nelson does is for the betterment of the arc.
He might be kind of in line with me as well.
Okay.
I'm kind of a don't care about anyone sort of character. So
Okay, yeah. Nelson is definitely us first, fuck everyone else. Gouda.
So probably Nelson.
Okay.
Because that's who I decided she has to protect.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fantastic. I like that. Over on the top, Benny.
I think I'll go with Johanna as the person to whom I owe my quote unquote allegiance, but I am very friendly and open to doing business on the side with Nelson.
That is absolutely fine. This isn't there's no lines in the sand here. Everything's, give or take. That's absolutely fine. Next up is Gumruts.
So of the two, who would be the most charismatic, do you think?
Nelson.
Nelson? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it were completely up to Gumruts, he would go more Johanna's way. But I feel like Nelson would probably manipulate Gumruts a lot and definitely take advantage of his
100%.
dimwits.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I feel like
Nelson's...
Nelson would make himself more of a Gumruts pick.
Okay.
But he would be friendly with both.
Okay. Then that's absolutely fine. Items might happen in the future that might pit the bosses against each other. And, your actions at that point will decide outcomes. And finally,
right. I
Jonathan.
feel like I'm right in the middle, but it's
Johanna.
just like barely tipping.
Okay.
Not about that black market nonsense.
Okay. Fantastic. So I think that was really the bookkeeping. Everyone should have a big dream. We don't need to go into that now. We'll let those kind of unfold, and I'll find ways to weave those into the story. So let's get into this. You all find yourself in the Western Ridges Mall, the Ark, or, the settlement that you all live in. Whether you were born here or you found your way here, you are all now citizens, whether that's productive or not, members of the Ark. Now, one thing, especially you, Jonathan, about this Ark is there is the Elder. And what did I name that Elder? I don't see that note on my screen. Oh, that's because I'm looking at the wrong level. My Chromebook is being mad dumb. The Elder Residence. Did I not fucking write that down? What did I do? Anyway, the Elder. I'll remember what I listed the name as. The Elder is kind of the keeper of culture. The Elder is the oldest. Oh shit, Friendon showed up. Hey, Friendon. The Elder is, the oldest member of the Ark. The Elder remembers things that, seem like tall tales talking about how things used to be. But, who fucking knows how far back the before was? So, some people think the Elder is just full of shit. But one thing that the Elder does is the Elder takes some of the smarter individuals and trains them to be chroniclers, to write the stories and to keep a history of the Ark and the people in it. And another thing that the Elder does is they are the keeper of the Dawn Vault. So the Dawn Vault is where all your artifacts go. So you go out and you find a cool artifact in the zone, you take it to the Dawn Vault, and then the entire Ark gains benefit of that artifact. So the Dawn Vault is the museum. It's the thing worth protecting. If you get people attacking your Ark, they're probably going to try and get into the Dawn Vault and steal all your cool shit. But, back in the day, the Elder, mingled among the people, told stories to groups. And as the Elder got older, got more reclusive, and Jonathan, you could attest for this directly, the Elders kind of just become a recluse, just hiding in their little, shanty corner of the Dawn Vault. Food's brought to the Elder, water's brought to the Elder. The Elder doesn't come out anymore. The Elder's just kind of still there. People still respect the wishes of the Elder. For cultural norms. But the Elder isn't actively taking a role in the Ark anymore. But that's all, that's neither here nor there. You all find yourself in Nelson's lounge. Boss Nelson has gathered you 6. And you're sitting in a dark corner around, a broken scrap metal table with old milk crates and wire spools, seats. And he speaks to you and he gives you all a job. Now listen here. I got some information. I can't guarantee the accuracy of it. But if it's true, we got to get our hands on it. I heard there might be some guns out there that actually work, and I got a location from a traveler I came across out in the zone.
Guns are good.
So, here's what I want you to do. And he marks on your map where he thinks this place is. Let me switch everyone to the map. I got shit my way. Hang on. I'm going to have to. There we go. We all switch to the map. And there, you can see it should pop up on the map.
Ooh, fancy.
So, each one of those squares, the stream can't see it though. Let me.
Each tile a zone.
Each tile is a zone. Each tile takes about 4 hours to travel through. So, usually, if you push yourself, you can make it through 3 zones a day.
Yep, unless
Well, wait,
I
that
roll
could
really
be more.
well, we can cheat a little bit.
Yeah,
but
because isn't it we
That's
just need to spend 4 hours to
For like 4 or 5.
sleep?
You need to spend 4 hours for sleep. So you can make it through more. What is that? That's if you take a straight line there, there's
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
And the 6 would get you there.
Do we
Either
only
way,
need to
like
rest for 4 hours, or do we need to rest for 8?
4 hours of sleep is what you need.
4 hours of sleep. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I want you to travel there, figure out what's there, and if it's good, bring it back. We got ourselves a little deal.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
do believe so.
I do
Sounds
have a
good.
question. So is it 4 hours to go across a tile or into a tile? So say there was like a tile right next to us,
When you
and we had to
enter a
go into
tile,
it.
you spend 4 hours in that tile before you can go on to the next tile.
So
Okay.
regardless of whether we cross a diagonally or long ways or whatever.
Regardless of that. Now, Dan can alter that. The better Dan rolls, the faster you all can move.
You better get you rolling, Dan.
So, but before we do that, I kind of missed something here. We need to talk about the project. Here recently, the people in the Ark have decided they wanted to build up the defenses. So Nelson will be like, why don't you all finish up your work building up the defenses a little bit? And then when you're done with that, head on out. I can't promise there'll be a lot of food there. So if you got any food and water, make sure you take it with you. I don't have much to spare. Ender Tech, that is a mutation resource. Every power has a mutant power, and to activate it, they have to spend an MP. So that's what that does. And I'll tell you what, Nelson, this is the best I can do. Nelson gives each of you 1 ration of grub and 1 ration of water.
I'll take it.
Well,
He's like, I had to scrounge for that, so don't waste it.
I'll put it in my mouth.
drink
Not
it
now.
right now.
Right now. All right.
Fuck you, Nelson.
Any
Pour
other
it on the ground
questions
in front of
for
him.
Nelson? Or are you all ready to work on the defenses?
Let's work on the defenses. We'll draw some
I
sign.
do wonder if this is like if you can tell us any more about this location we're going to.
I really don't have anything. Like, I was told, like, hey, I think I saw a gun store over here, an old ruin that had a picture of a gun on the front of it.
Okay. We don't know if there's people there or anything.
You have no idea.
Ammunition.
Mm.
There you go. So, the way completing projects work for defenses, it's got a certain number of work points. In this case, it's 12. It's 2 times the number of players. Each of you has to roll me either a force or a scout test. Now, you got to tell me why you're rolling that and how it's helping. So, 10G, force or scout?
Yeah, scout.
Okay. So you're improving the defenses of the mall. How is your scout helping improve the defenses?
I'm just kind of looking around for like small things I can like repair or fix.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll me your scout test. On your character sheet, just click scout. You got no successes. You could push that if you want, but you will take a point of damage.
Nah.
All right. Next up is Char. Force or scout?
I'm also gonna do scout, and I think what I'll do is maybe look for where people might attack us from, like weaknesses in our defenses. Or
That's absolutely great. Go ahead and roll that for me. Nope. You want to push that?
sure, why not?
Sure.
It looks like we don't have a fancy button for it. No, there it is.
All right. Still, you
Oh,
do
no.
not help at all.
I did it, guys. This
Yeah.
is how all of the game's gonna be.
Gouda.
No.
I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do force.
Okay.
Probably like use because force is like forcing things
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, melee test of strength.
Yeah.
So doing some physical labor.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that. Oh,
Oh, let's push.
go ahead and push. Nope.
Now
Nope. We're doing bad.
we're doing so good.
Benny.
I too shall make a force roll. I think I'll go around and fortify any walls or gates, or even just support structures to keep it
Sure.
from collapsing on itself, that sort of thing.
I'm about it. Go ahead and roll that for me. Oh, we got a success. Do you want to push that or no?
If I get more, is that better?
Yeah. Each success you get reduces the work points by 1. So this is an instance where you could push it, and there's a positive outcome if you get more successes.
Also negative if you get.
Fucking
yeah.
Christ.
Wow.
Jesus.
So
They just built a whole new floor to
You're
the
just
mall.
like-
I hope that's good enough.
yeah. So Jake, that's fantastic. You ended up with 5 successes.
You barricaded the doors.
All
What
right.
do the green successes mean?
Those are attributes. So yellow is a tribute. So that's your base stat. Green is your skill.
Oh, okay.
And so if you have gear that can help, you'll just manually plug that into your gear bonus. So let me open up a character sheet.
I can do one real quick if you want.
Sure.
Does it matter where the success came from?
It does not.
It does not.
It matters where the failures
Does
come.
it matter where
Yes, it matters where the failures come
Okay.
from.
Yes.
So you can see there, Dan just rolled 3 yellow, so that's his attribute, 1 green, which is skill, and 2 black, which is his gear bonus. If
If I had,
he
like, binoculars or something.
Yeah, if he were to get a 1 on a yellow dice or a 1 on a black dice and then push it, that 1 becomes damage against that attribute, and that 1 on that black dice, that gear dice, damages the gear by 1 step. So that gear bonus goes from a 2 to a 1.
Yeah. Next
Okay.
time I rolled it, I'd only have 1 die.
So anyway,
Okay.
so Joe, what are you rolling?
Definitely a force. I'd just be doing manual labor. I don't know if he's skilled enough to actually contribute to the building part of it, but he could definitely move
Yeah, that's fine.
materials and
100%.
deliver things for people
Yeah, go and roll
that
that.
are doing this stuff.
Oh, you did get 1 success. Do you want to push and try and get more successes? Now, if you
don't
do,
think I
you
do.
will take 1
So,
point of strength damage.
Right.
So, okay.
Do I take it?
You only take it after you push.
So, okay. Yeah, I don't think I will.
Okay, cool. And then finally, what's Jonathan doing?
I'm gonna do definitely scout, seeing how
Okay.
wildly unsuccessful Dan was at finding hidden passageways and
Okay,
back ways we could be attacked
Go
from.
ahead.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to do the same thing.
go ahead.
Just click on scout.
You rolled privately.
Oh, that was my bad.
Yeah, go ahead and click that. Change that drop down to public, and give
Well,
it
that was
another roll.
unfortunate because that was a good roll.
Well, now we know. Oh, you want to push that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I had 2 successes on the private,
Oh,
but
that
you
sucks.
should be able to. Can't you just right click on that roll and say?
oh,
Oh, there you go.
that's
All right.
okay. I mean, I'll take the failure.
I'll give you the 2. That puts you up to 8. 8 out of the 12 are completed, leaving 4 to go. So next session, if you're all in the arc, you could possibly wrap up defenses.
Wait, actually, can I take back my force? I saw Benny, my rival, putting way more work out there than me, and I think I want to push it.
Okay, you can absolutely push it. So what did you get? You got
Thanks
roll
for those
me.
bits, Ender's Tech. So
Oh yeah, thanks for that. Joe, you get a free reroll. Or someone gets a free reroll. Anyone can bank it. Oh, you
Yeah.
did push. You were able to push that. Cool. Joe, you take 2 strength damage.
All right.
But now the job is only got 1 point left, so that should be easy to finish up next time. I'm going to refresh my Forge real quick. So yeah, there is a free reroll for whoever's going to want it.
Ooh, Joe took some
Sweet.
damage forcing that, didn't he?
He did.
I did,
Okay.
but I got more out of it at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
All right. So, Are you all ready to venture out into the zone?
Let's go get guns.
Okay. So,
Do we have to go today?
no, if you want to rest up for tonight, while you're resting in the Ark, you don't need to expend your food or water.
To
Just
heal?
in general.
Just to eat. You have to have one ration of food and one ration of water every day. While you're in the Ark, that is provided by the Ark. But while you're out in the zone, you need to provide that yourself.
Well, I mean, so do I get to heal up to full if I rest here without expending resources?
The rules as written say that to heal, you need to rest for 4 hours, and you need to consume one piece of food per day, or per point you want to recover. So I'll tell you what, we rest here for the night, you're going to get one piece of food for free, one ration of food for free. You can heal one.
Okay.
So you'll
I'll
just
do
be
that.
starting off down 1 point of strength.
I think what Joe was asking is yes, there is an intercontinental breakfast there.
There is intercontinental breakfast. Italy,
Awesome.
Rome.
I want those little muffins.
No
that
bacon
half of it
strips.
sticks to the plastic.
I
as
love
Bacon
you
strips
unpeel it.
all got eaten already.
Of course they did.
They got some of those omelets that are really sad-looking eggs.
Yeah.
4
probably
pounds
some,
of grits.
You know, I like those little omelets, just the little folded with the cheese in the middle. They're so shitty, but I enjoy them greatly.
There's
not mad at
probably
that.
a cinnamon raisin bread.
I
Yeah,
enjoy them,
there's-
and so do the toilets.
God damn. All right, let's get to zone travel. I'm going to share the rule for everyone. So everyone should have the rules for zone travel up. Essentially, what's going to happen is each sector that you move into, by default, takes 4 hours. The stalker is going to need to roll a find the path check for each zone.
Good luck,
Also,
everybody.
in these zones, you know, if you spend time to explore, you're going to find shit. And I'll describe what you find, and then you can take it or leave it. If it's a thing where you can leave it, you know? Maybe I'll trap you and kill all of you in the first session.
Yes.
As you should.
All right, Dan.
I'm going to go ahead. I have an ability for scavenger, which lets me add a +2, but it changes the rules for my find the path a little bit.
Okay, what does that do?
So, normally your first success is to find enemies. And in this case, my first success is to find artifacts.
Okay.
And then I have to have stunts to find enemies. Whereas normally it's a stunt to find artifacts. It basically just switches those two. Otherwise, it's normal. Otherwise.
You know, I should have read this rule a little closer then.
So I'm going to do that. And hopefully I do okay. I did okay.
All right. So you get to bust out a lot of stunts there, don't you?
Nice.
Yes. And
So-
it says I can only take one stunt once per sector. So
All right, so you find artifacts. Well, what is it? Went in, roll for find the path when you go into a new zone. Success, you find a safe path and spot any threats in the zone before they spot you. So that's what your initial success would have been. You find a safe path, but you swap that out. You find a safe path and possibly find the location of any artifacts in this zone.
yeah, in this case, it's with success you find any artifacts that may exist in the sector. So
Okay. Now, I just want you to be aware.
it doesn't mean I go get them, but I know
Right.
where they are.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say. It also means, what are you going to spend your stunt on? You get one stunt.
Just one, or
That's the words you just said.
well, every success is still a stunt.
Okay. Okay. The way you phrased it, it sounded like you only got one stunt per zone because of that.
Oh no, you
Okay.
can only use each stunt one time.
Okay. That's
Like
fine.
I can only
All right.
find
All right.
bullets one time.
I'm on board. So you have 3 stunts.
Yep. So
You've already got a
find-
safe path. You know the location of where any zones might be. What are you doing?
We'll look for foes first.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Sure. Keep telling me what your stunts are.
I figure we'll look for bullets.
Okay.
Maybe we'll go ahead and have our travel time.
Okay. So this is going to take 2 hours. Roll me a d6. You find 4 bullets.
All right.
Ace.
And let me go to that zone. You find in this thing an overgrown old park. So there's strange benches covered in vines. There's some old strange bar or stand with chains hanging down from it.
Here, what sort of torture device was this?
Maybe there's a strange plank of wood that's resting over some kind of like wedge. All of it's overgrown. It's broken. Do you want to inspect this or keep on going?
Why not? It looks like a very strange place for torture.
Sure. As you all approach this strange thing, this park as we'll call it.
This doesn't take away from our time, right?
No, this is still 2 hours.
Okay.
Unless you all die or something else happens.
Right.
We're all captured and tortured.
As you all approach this, you walk up into this park. It's got this old wrought iron fence going around it. You open the gate and you step inside. As soon as you step inside, your vision shimmers. It goes all wavy for a second. And all of a sudden, you're looking across a field of lush green, shortcut grass. The sky is this really weird color. You've never seen it before. It's this bright blue. The clouds, there's just a couple of them here and there. And all of a sudden, those items that you saw, those benches are pristine and shiny. There's that bar with the chains hanging off of it are connected to each other with strange rubber straps going between them. The wooden plank over that wedge looks great. It's got this bright red color of paint over it. There's a slide, an old metal slide off to one side. Looks like a water fountain, this big ornamental fountain standing in the center of it.
How peculiar.
Yeah.
Do we all see this?
All of you,
as we
as soon as you walk
pass
through the gate.
Like, can I go
That's
touch like those
weird.
swings that weren't intact previously? Like, are they real or are we just
Sure, absolutely. I would like you to go ahead and give me a move test.
Oh no. Oh,
Do you want to push that?
sure, why not?
I feel very unsettled.
Oh gosh.
So as you're walking through, it's like you run into something and it hits you hard in the shins and you take 2 points. Those 2 points of his move is agility.
Agility.
And you ran into something, but there's nothing in front of you. You don't see anything. You lean down and you start feeling around and you can feel it's like there's a stone block or some rubble in front of you that you just walked right into it full pace and just smashed the shit out of your shins. It's at around this time that you hear it. You hear rustling from somewhere in the park and you look around. You can't see anything, but you know right now that you're not alone.
Oh, I think maybe we go backwards. out of whatever caused this to happen.
Is that what you all want to do, or does anyone else want to explore things?
Did we all just saw him trip over something that wasn't there?
Yeah, he
Effectively, right?
hit his, tripped on something, yelled out in pain, but you don't see anything.
I imagine the sky is usually totally overcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
With just like nuclear.
Yeah.
Yellowy
clouds.
gray.
So, can I see the sun directly here?
Um,
In this illusion.
give me. I want you to roll for that. Go ahead and give me a scout test.
I got it with a push.
Okay, make sure you. Oh, you don't even take any damage. Yeah, you can see it just kind of peeking over a cloud there. You can see it. It burns your eyes a little bit.
I stare at it.
And it stares back.
I would like you to go ahead and give me an endure test.
About to be the dumbest damage.
And I'm gonna set the difficulty here.
Even in an illusion, it's hurting me?
It does not hurt you.
Okay.
So yeah, you're staring at the sun. You hear Char. You're like, oh, as he runs into something that's not there, and Char gives you the signal, like, Char hears something. There's something approaching. And Char, what do you convey to your party?
Clearly, we can't see our environment, and there's something out in it. So we could see it before this. Maybe if we take a few steps back, we'll see again.
Yeah, Gouda's gonna look at Mouse and see, like, how is Moss reacting to this?
Moss, the hairs on the back of Moss's neck are standing on end. Teeth are bared, growling.
Yeah, Gouda's gonna point at Moss and say, I think Char's got it right. We ought to back out here, see what we can see. And then she's gonna start making her way back.
Okay. Does anyone else follow suit?
So this is some
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
phenomenon.
Say that again,
We're in a
Alex.
hologram or something.
Like, this is some weird phenomenon, then, correct?
Yeah.
Can I use my know the zone?
Sure.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
You can push it.
Know the zone.
What do I do to
Oh.
push it?
There should just be a push button.
In the kind of top right of your character sheet, there's
there
a
it
push
is.
button.
Yeah. So you are going to take, what is know the zone wits? You're going to take 2 points of wit damage.
That means you get 2 mutation points.
So yeah, you get 2 mutation points. So yeah, Joe, you from that damage you got some extra mutation points from that too.
All right.
So don't forget that if you take damage from pushing, you get an equal amount of MP from that. So Alex, you've heard of rumors and stories about some areas that are protected by strange eye tricks where it looks one way, and if you get too close, it changes and looks another way. And it kind of can disguise and hide dangerous obstacles. And you've even heard that there's some creatures that seek out these areas and hide in them to try and ambush prey who stumble into it.
Ooh, yeah, I quickly relay that to the party.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So-
backing out's a good idea.
So yeah, you all retreat.
I'm staying.
Okay, I like it.
I've heard tales of what the sun looks like, but never seen it with my own eyes.
Everyone,
And I'm just like in a trance staring at it.
everyone but Gumruts backs out through the gate. As soon as you back out through the gate, the shimmer goes away and you turn back around, and it's the overgrown, destroyed park again. And Char, you can see the bit of rubble from the fountain that you ran into. And you also would all see 3 giant zone rats stalking up directly towards Gumruts.
Gumruts, you idiot.
So,
I'm just like way behind you, like, I'll be a minute.
okay. Gumruts,
die.
let's go ahead and roll initiative. So let me add you to a character to the initiative thing. I'm only adding Gumruts. So if you click on the mall, this is where I'm going to do the initiative at Gumruts.
Okay.
And then I forgot that it does that.
Should it be only Gumruts since he doesn't know he's in danger, or should it be us and not Gumruts?
Do you? If you all want, I'll drop everyone into initiative.
I'd be probably trying to run in and help.
Okay, absolutely.
That's my buddy in trouble.
That's absolutely fair. So I will add everyone. So if you click on the little tab that's a fist right next to the little chat icons, that is our initiative area. If you click on the little D20 die across from your character, it will roll your initiative for you.
He's not my buddy, but he's great bait right now. So
Yeah. So in this, everyone gets an action and everyone gets a movement. Let me close this. The stream doesn't need to see that. And actually, let me...
two olds want to know if we're going to cliffhanger them and take a break before Joe gets eaten.
No, because I don't give a shit about taking breaks. So we'll wait till after Joe gets eaten.
All right.
So you said a fist where?
On the top, the little tabs, like in Roll20, where the different items you can click on to get to like journal entries. Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. So, I don't remember. If you look in the book for the conflict and trauma section, actions and maneuvers. Everyone gets an action. Everyone gets a maneuver. So, actions, something that you roll a skill for, or activating your mutation. Movements, maneuvers, you can move one range band. I'm kind of going loose and fast with the range band, so I'll just tell you if it's enough or not. You can seek for cover, get an item from your gear, pick up an item from the ground, draw a weapon, aim with your gun, reload your gun, or use an item. So it's kind of, 2 AP that you get to use on your turn. All right. So I'm going to begin combat. Gumrut, you rolled highest. Ooh, I'm going to roll for Gouda's dog as well.
Mouse goes on my turn.
Oh, okay. That's
Sick a dog.
okay.
Is my skill for controlling her.
Oh shit. Hang on. I just accidentally deleted everyone out of initiative.
I see that.
So why don't you all roll again?
Here's my chance to do good, guys.
I think I got the exact same number.
That's good. There you go. So Gouda, sorry, you don't get to go first anymore. Now 10G gets to go first because I fucked up.
Clerical error.
Due to clerical error. 10G, what are you going to do? You see these 3 zone rats closing in on Gumruts, and Gumruts is just faithfully staring at the overcast sky.
Can I move up to him?
You can, but you'll be entering into the illusion again. And you could not see these rats before. So the answer is yes, but trying to attack these rats very specifically is going to give a -4 to any skill checks you make to try and fight them.
Do you have any ranged of any sort?
I only have short range, so I'm sure I'd probably have to move up.
Yes, you would.
Just point at him before you walk in so you remember.
No, it'll still be that -4.
I know. I'm just being silly.
God damn it.
Maybe you
Probably.
just go drag him
Hang
out.
on. All right. Let Alex take his turn, Dan.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna run in,
Yeah?
start shaking him violently.
Okay, so you're going in trying to snap Gumruts
Yeah.
out of being a dumbass. So run in.
And I yell, "We are leaving."
We are leaving. Give me a manipulate test. And Joe, I want you to give me. This has got to be a wit test somehow. Give me a know the zone test, Joe. You two tie. So, Joe, you can take it or leave it if you listen to what Alex is saying.
I think with him like physically shaking me, that would be enough for me to
Okay, cool.
notice something's wrong. Because
All
I
right.
still am aware that things are dangerous out here.
Yeah.
But
So 10G, your turn is over, and you have alerted Gumruts to the danger.
Got some more bits.
Oh, snap. Thanks, Bert. Everyone gets an MP. Go ahead and mark it down that you got another MP.
Hell yeah.
heck yeah.
So, Char, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go ahead and waste one of my newfound bolts and try to shoot someone. 'Cause
Sure.
It sounds like fun.
Didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.
I'm probably going to shoot at the
That's
rat,
okay.
but, Gumrites might be. Who knows?
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll. If your gun gives you a bonus, make sure you add your gear die.
Yes. Let me double check because I think it's not in there, right? Rifle. Nope. Okay. Yep. Okay. We're good. Boop. One success.
You get one success. That you hit a rat, but that rat it's still up.
Dang.
Do you want to push that?
Sure,
you
why
did
not?
2 damage. All right. 2 is your base damage. So go ahead and push. Still, just 2 damage. All right.
Failures. Good job.
No failures, at least.
No failures. That's good. The zone rats. The one that you just attacked. I want to roll to see if you scare it off. You don't. So the rat is going to move up and attack. I've got 2 targets. First one is going to attack Alex. Second one is going to attack Alex. Third one is going to attack Alex. So 10G, 3 rats are going to come up and attack you. Now, these rats are in this illusion as well. So they are also going to take a penalty for attacking blind. Hey, and there's a Gentendo. Hey, Jen. So, rat number 1. Ooh, that is a success. So, Alex, you're going to take a point of strength damage. Rat number 2.
Real quick, where am I supposed to be tallying this damage?
Along the top of your character sheet, there's strength number / number. Just reduce the first number. So,
Okay.
Attributes.
yeah. And actually, that did not roll right. That should have been 6. Alex, ignore that 1 damage. I'm going to roll it again. Just using regular dice. So, Alex, the first attack does not connect. You don't take any damage. The second rat also does not deal you any damage. The rat, however, does injure itself in this process.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It didn't. It can't push. So, yeah, it does not injure itself.
If only.
If only. And the final rat attacks and misses. So 3 rats are coming at you, but they're blind as shit, and nothing good happens.
With the first attack, I was like, man, they get +10 to hit.
Well, their base attacks, yes, but since they're also blind. So, yeah, Gouda, it's your turn. Real quick, not to interrupt you, Irene, I do want to point out that we do have a bunch of new emotes that you can unlock with subscriptions. Friendin drew these for us on his stream. So I'm going to post them in there. So gives you something to unlock and look forward to. My personal favorite, I will let you all guess.
Beat.
So, Gouda, what are you going to do?
So Gouda, she's gonna probably gonna.
Thanks for all them subs there, Friendin.
Oh wow.
Thank you,
That
thank you.
is fantastic. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, Gouda.
Probably gonna have Mouse go and try and help Tenji out.
Okay, you're going to send mouse in there to attack one of those rats?
That's correct.
Sure. What is Mouse's base attack die? How many does Mouse get?
Right back. 1 second.
Yeah.
That is a great question. I think
If you-
Mouse is a dog.
If
so
you open up the characters, I got a character sheet in there for Mouse.
right,
So you can track all of Mouse's stats there. Mouse has 4 in strength and 2 agility.
so it's
so-
6 total.
6 total. And you can actually roll the fight number from there, but Mouse is going to take a negative 4 penalty for attacking blind. So just roll me 2d6.
2d6. Okay. Oh, well, that is 3d6. I'm at 2d6.
And that is, sadly, no damage. Can you push Mouse's rolls?
I could, yes.
Will you?
No.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, you send in Mouse. Mouse tries to scare off the rats, but it's unsuccessful. Gumruts, it's finally your turn. You running?
How many would it take me one action to leave?
It would take you your movement to leave.
Like one movement to leave. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd still have like a free action to attack.
Yeah. You could
then?
attack right now and then use your movement to get out.
Okay. So I'm gonna make my attack, but be like, you think there's rats right here, and just like
Sure.
swing my bat.
Sure. Go ahead and make that attack. You do take a negative 4 penalty, and I don't know if this thing is rolling penalties.
I
correct.
want to try rolling it like this.
How many
No,
dice
that didn't-
should you have?
That
It
didn't
didn't.
do what I.
Okay.
didn't
So
do what I want. Okay.
you are rolling 6, so go ahead and just roll me 2d6. And we're calling that attribute dice. No, you can push that if you want and just roll 2d6 again. But you don't have to.
Sure. I'll roll that again.
Ooh, you do take 1 point of strength damage.
Ouch. Okay.
And then do you run out?
I do.
Okay. So right now, 10G is the only one still in there in this weird area. Jonathan, what are you going to do?
Well, my only weapon is a slingshot, which is short range. So I imagine I can't shoot into there.
Sure, I'll let you move up to the fence. And then
Would that be within or out of the illusion area?
you would be out of the illusion, so you can actually see things how they are.
Okay.
Hey there, Kingfishy. Thanks for making it. Thanks for coming by.
Then I will attempt to sling me shotty.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll your attack. That is 1 success, so that's going to be 1 point of damage. Do you want to push that?
No. 'Cause
Hey,
I
thanks
do
for
not
those
wanna
bits,
take that
Kingfishy.
weapon damage.
Yeah, that would break your
It would
sling.
destroy it completely.
Yeah. All right. Benny, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna run in there and try to pick up Mouse and force her over my head, away
Now-
from harm.
Okay, so you're running into the illusion and picking up Mouse.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Absolutely fair. 10G, it's back to your turn.
Okay, so what can I do? What shall I do?
That is a question.
How far away are these things?
They're right up in arm's length with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could hug them.
I think I'm gonna shoot one of them.
You felt that way about them.
Okay. Now you will take a negative 4. So what's your base attack damage or tech die? So that would be your tributes. So let me just open your character sheet and I'll walk you through it. Where is 10G? There's 10G. So you're shooting. So your ranged attack or whatever that is, shoot Your base is 6, and you have a pistol. Does your pistol have a... Pistol doesn't have a gear bonus, it looks like. All right, so just
If
go
it's
ahead.
a scrap pistol, it should be 1.
It is a scrap pistol.
I just happen to have that page open in the PDF right now.
Well, then let me change that. Okay, so Alex, roll me 3d6. And the third d6 is the bonus from your gun. Oh, you need to do /r space 3d6. Or you can click the icons down below.
Oh, I thought that changed the amount. Sorry.
Yeah. You can also just hit roll and key it in manually too.
Cool. So you miss. You do have 1 failure in there. So do you want to push? If you do, you will take agility damage. No? Okay. So you take your shot. You miss. Are you going to stay here or are you going to flee?
I'm going to flee.
That sounds good to me. So you move out and you can look back and you can see the 3 zone rats now turning their attention towards Benny, who is holding Mouse over his head. Char, what are you going to do?
I hate to keep using bullets, but I'm going to shoot again.
Sure, go ahead and roll it.
So let's see what I got. I'm going to shoot the same one that I shot last time.
Yeah. That right there is enough damage to kill that zone rat.
Whew. All right. I'll take it.
All right. So you used your movement to reload. You shot. Yep. So now the zone rats. There's 2 zone rats, and there is 1 Benny that they can reach. So Benny, first one attacks you for, let's see here, for 2 points of damage. You can defend yourself. And let me find... It's close combat? Yeah. If you look at... I'll show it just to Jake. When someone fights you, you can try to defend yourself. When you defend, you also roll for fight. Roll your dice at the same time as the attacker. For each 6 you roll, choose 1 stunt. So, if you want to defend yourself, go ahead and roll your fight skill.
I think I'm gonna try to use my skill Shake It Off.
Okay, sure.
Try to just undo some of that trauma.
Okay.
And roll it.
Okay. You do not shake any of it off. You take 2 points of strength damage.
Yeah.
Second rat attacks you. But misses. So you're good. Gouda. Mouse is now being held aloft in the air by Benny trying to protect Mouse.
So Gouda and Benny's whole rivalry revolves around Mouse, right?
Yep.
And so Gouda's gonna yell, "God damn it, Benny, put Mouse down!" And then she's gonna march in there herself.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing once you get in there?
I'm gonna take my bike chain and I'm gonna try and whip a rat with it.
Oh, fantastic. Go ahead and roll it. Now, what's your base dice? What's your strength plus your fight skill?
That's gonna be a 4 total, so I think I only get 1d6.
You
right?
get 1d6. Roll 1d6.
Oh.
Ooh, do you want to? Well, you can't push that. Yeah, you can't push that. You walk in there, angry as piss, take a swipe, and just miss. Gumruts, you're now outside, and you can see Benny, Gouda, and Mouse still inside dealing with the rats.
Oh. Well, I've got a bat.
You want to try and throw it?
Is there any like rubble or something I can scoop up and try to check
Sure.
them?
Use your movement. You find a rock.
All right.
Go ahead
I'm gonna
and
start
do
throwing
range.
rocks.
Yeah, do your Ranged attack.
All right.
Just agility, probably.
Well, there is a shoot skill. Use your shoot skill.
Ah.
Damn.
1 point of damage to one of the rats. Do you want to push that and try and get some more damage?
Nah.
All right.
Don't need to hurt myself anymore.
That's fair.
Unless Benny puts out a lot of damage, then.
Now you got to go back in there to get your bat, though. So.
Well, he threw
No,
a
I
rock.
threw a rock.
Yeah.
Oh, you threw a rock. Okay, I thought you threw the bat. For some
All right,
reason.
Jonathan.
So my maneuver is taken up by reloading my slingshot,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna sling another shot in there at
Sure.
one of the rats.
Sure.
Just click there.
You want to push
I
that?
missed. Yeah, there are a lot of people in there, and
Okay.
these rats are
Yeah.
frightening looking.
You take 1 point of agility damage, and you put 1 point of damage on a rat. So, not terrible. All right. Benny. Mouse is still above your head.
I'm gonna kick a rat.
Sure.
Kick the rat who's been hurt.
Go ahead and give me a fight test.
All right. Booyah!
Now, I'm sorry, I did not explain that enough. I was going to say reduce it by 4.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I'll say that
No,
was your
it's-
first die. So I'll give you that 1 point of damage.
Actually, I want to try to do this. Hey, there we go.
All right. So that rat's still up, but it felt and you heard a loud screech when you hit it.
And then I'm gonna move away to with the
Safety.
dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, currently, only Gouda is in danger. Tenji, what are you going to do?
It's just a hurt rat.
It's 2 hurt rats because you moved out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Well, no. Yeah, I moved after. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can risk running back in there and shooting again if that's possible.
You going to run in and attack?
I want to run in and shoot again.
Oh, okay. You're outside already, so you can just shoot if you want.
Oh, okay. I want to do that.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your you can roll off the gear page.
Boop. And do I do a -4 modifier?
Yeah, you're out where you can see, so you don't need to worry
Oh.
about that modifier anymore.
Nice.
2 damage, that kills one of the rats.
Hell yeah.
There's 1 rat left. All right. Next up is Char.
Good thing I looked for bullets before we got in here.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to shoot again. Yeah.
You gonna push that?
I don't think I can afford to because I need that agility for all the next 4 tiles that we have to get through.
That is true. All right. The last remaining rat is going to attack Gouda. Gouda, that is... Am I correct? That's 2 points
1
of damage.
success.
That is 2 points of damage. Do you want to try and defend?
That would be a fight, right?
Yep, roll fight.
Would it be just do I still take the penalty or?
I'll just let you just roll fight as is. You defend yourself, avoiding that point of damage.
Awesome.
All right.
Nicely done.
Now, Gouda, it's your turn. You're the only one who's left in here. Are you going to stay and fight, or are you going to retreat?
My dog is out of danger,
Correct.
so I have no reason to stay in here. So I'm gonna kick rocks and get out.
Absolutely. You retreat. After the last of you are out of this area, you can see the one remaining rat bite onto one of the corpses of its friends and start dragging it back underneath that strange plank of wood with a wedge underneath of it. With that, unless you want to pursue, the combat's over. No? Okay.
I want
wait,
to keep
what
pelting
is the
it with
plank?
rocks as it's trying to do that.
Say that again. Alex, what did you say as well?
What was it hiding under?
A seesaw.
But did you give an adjective to that? What'd you say? Like,
I just called it a strange plank of wood.
oh, I want to use my pyrokinesis then.
Oh, shit. So,
Oh.
Joe, if you want to throw a rock, please do. And Alex, go ahead and activate your pyrokinesis.
I want to see this happen more than anything else, to be
Chuck
honest.
just activated his pyrokinesis.
Rock.
So what do I need to roll to do that?
It should list it under pyrokinesis. Mutations. Pyrokinesis. You have the ability to set things on fire. Set fire to a flammable inanimate object. You just spend 1 MP and it just fucking happens.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, you can make a living being burst into flames.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
Okay, yeah. So
Light it up.
do
There has
you
be
want
something
to?
I have to roll to do that?
I don't know.
Doesn't say. I have an acid spit, and it doesn't say anything about rolling for
I
it.
don't
It
think you
says
have to roll
it
for
happens.
most of the abilities. It just
From-
happens.
Yeah, if I'm correctly, it just happens, but there is a chance that things can go wrong. I think it
Okay.
is.
And you have to take damage to use it more than 1 time a day.
Let's see. In a conflict,
Is the
Okay,
trade-off.
so
Oh god, searching mutant in the Mutant Year Zero PDF is a bad idea.
it's going to be on page 69,
Yep. 69
Nice.
dudes.
which is 73.
Okay, so Alex, you need to roll a d6 for every MP you spend.
Okay.
If you roll a 1, it's a misfire.
I'm gonna roll 3 then.
Oh wow. There's a lot of room for error in this. Then
So I need to roll 3d6 then.
Yeah, if you're spending 3 MP, roll 3d6. And you can click on that to expand it. You rolled a 1 and a 6. So something bad does happen. If you roll one or more, the mutation misfires. It has its desired effect, but something else happens. So, roll me a d6. 5. Mutation changes your appearance in some way. You choose how. The effect is cosmetic but permanent. So, Alex, am I locked up? No, we're all back. Okay.
I don't know. You look stuck on Zoom to me.
I
Yeah.
am stuck on Zoom. I think my internet's fucking up. We'll deal with this in just a second because I think audio's still going out.
It is.
Yeah, I say we can.
I mean, we hear you.
perfectly to my knowledge.
Okay. So yeah, Alex, you burst into flame. Joe, you throw your rock and you hit this rat. The rat's badly wounded from this and then disappears under the seesaw as the seesaw bursts into flames, charring it to a crisp. Alex, how does this change your appearance?
I wonder if I thought it would just be like I'm pretty sure I'd like point to whatever I'm
Yeah.
trying to burn flames,
Yeah.
and it and my hand catch on fire.
Okay, so now you've just got like burn scars on your hand. Okay, very cool. So with this, my Zoom is choking to shit right now. So we're going to take our first break for the night. You all have defeated 3 zone rats. And yeah, no one died, disappointingly. Anyway, we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back. You can't see the hand motions I'm making because I'm locked up. So
I'll
yeah.
wave for him.
Everyone
Even though you
wave.
can't see my hands, 'cause Zoom
We'll
is
be
at it.
back in like 5 minutes, so don't fucking go anywhere. I need to get the right mouse so I can
I
actually
don't have
sign
a green
off.
screen.
All right, we'll be right back.
Are our cameras all in position?
Yes, they are. Everyone can see us and hear us. Here we are to play the fucking game. My
Welcome
Zoom
back.
shat itself, and now I'm back. Here I am.
Again on your own?
At least it was just
Again
your
on
Zoom.
my own. Yeah, that's true. It was acting kind of choppy earlier too, so we'll see if this is going to be a reoccurring issue tonight. But I'm not dropping a lot of frames, and my bitrate's holding steady, so it's just got to be Zoom. Oh, my fire. So, you all successfully explore this zone.
Okay. I assume there's nothing cool to find in the hologram other than death.
You're correct.
Okay.
So we know about any artifacts in this realm because Dan rolled really well,
Yeah.
correct?
If there would have been artifacts in there, he could pinpoint where they would be at. Hey, Sammy.
Oh, hey, I should have told her we went live.
Is there merit to recovering our rat corpses, or is that just trash?
You turned it into food.
Yeah.
That might be worth it.
Now, if you
Yeah.
eat that food, you will
Without
take
preparing it, right?
rot. You
Which-
gotta,
Is potentially valuable for me. So
yeah, Dan can eat some rot.
yeah.
But yeah, you can recover it for food. I'll say it's one ration of grub, but it's rot grub.
Can we
Okay.
purify it anyway?
If you,
Nope.
there's a particular talent that you can take that lets you purify food.
We can't.
Which
right?
no one of us has right now.
Yes.
What is that? A general talent or a?
It's a general, yeah.
Yeah. It's like zone cook or something like that.
Yeah, it's zone cook.
So yeah.
Take
And-
note
how
that
do
I
I
have
get
one rot
talents?
ration.
Say that again, Joe.
Is it like Vesson where every session you get XP and then you can
Yep.
buy?
At the end of the session, you'll get XP. When you get 5 XP, you can unlock a talent or you can improve a skill.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna skip on the rot.
Yeah, you can.
I'll
keep that
I'll
to yourself,
definitely
Dan.
grab Zone Cook as my first talent.
Hey, there's Ashley. I knew
Make
you
use
were
of that
looking in
in the-
there,
In
Ashley.
the future.
Yep. I'll take that rot ration. It's just one,
Oh.
right?
One per corpse. So yeah, only one of them survived because the other two got destroyed in the fire.
Barbecued.
Yep.
Cooked.
So
Right,
yeah,
I'm good with that.
you get
you want
one
beer in my
ration
food?
of grub. All right, we are ready to proceed. I'm going to actually pause that. And so yeah, you have now cleared. It takes you 4 hours, but you don't.
Didn't we take fast travel?
2.
2 hours. Oh, did you take the fast travel? Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
So yeah, 2 hours, and now you're in. I'm gonna go ahead, and I need to do it in Forbidden Lands.
You have a little square to put down on it for us
Yeah.
yet.
So I'll just do that for now. Just do a manual mark.
Yeah.
And
that's
if
fine.
all of you want to switch over to the big smoke map,
Oh.
there you go. Because
And
the neat thing is I got an add-in for Foundry. Wherever the majority of the viewers are, it switches everyone else to it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Come over here, mouse.
Was it time for me to roll some more Find the Path?
Yes, it is.
Where do you
Go
roll
ahead
that
I
at?
It's a
had to
skill.
add that manually.
So each class, each role has a specific skill.
I think yours you can take junk and turn it into goodies.
So I'll go ahead. I'll show it to you, Joe.
I could do that.
Or no, that's right. Alex can do that. I'm mixing the two of you.
So if
Characters
you
up.
scroll down, there's a specific skill for your role, Joe. You're an
A specific set
enforcer,
of them.
Yeah.
so you get the intimidate skill.
There's a button to add skills at the top of the
Oh.
skill tree.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dan, how'd you do? You rolled a 1, so you find a safe path through, and you identify if there's going to be any
artifacts.
Artifacts hiding in here. So that is going to be, what are we at? We're on H. You find exploring.
H6 looks like.
What's that?
Oh, I was just saying it was H6.
Okay. You find moving into this a crumbling old movie theater. The walls are starting to give in. Looks like the roof is collapsed. But moving through it, you're fairly certain that if there was going to be anything worth getting, it would be inside that old movie theater.
Okay. We could always come back to this later if we want to.
Yeah?
So I'm taking a note on my little info section. So
Okay. Are you
I didn't
bypassing
identify the
that?
threats. So do we want to skip?
I mean, we are here mostly to go to that gun to get that go check out those guns.
Yeah.
Right, and we did take a little bit of damage moving through that last
Right.
area. So
I'm at like half health, so
Yep.
So
I'd
let's go
like
ahead and
to-
skip for now.
Okay. Dan, do you want to push that roll?
No, because I'll take an agility point, and I don't
Okay,
have many
okay.
more of those left.
Everyone, seeing as it's going to take you 4 hours to move through this zone, everyone go and take 4 points of rot.
Oh, is it a high rot zone?
I don't know. Those are words I can't directly answer. But
Ouch.
everyone takes.
So after we take rot points, are we aware that we took them?
Yes, you'll start feeling sick, a little bit of nauseous, dizziness. You would get the feeling like, okay, we're in a high rot area. We're feeling the effects.
Hey, boys, I got to poop.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
you sure you're not just at the Starbucks?
That could be it too.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 2 of my mutation points to do some rot eater,
Okay, that's fine.
and 2 of my rot to recover some of my agility.
Okay, so everyone, so Dan, you eat 2 points of rot. So Dan, you need to roll me 2d6. Everyone else needs to roll me 4d6.
46.
Yep. So let's see.
What are you looking for?
Oh,
You-
I
And
didn't.
a whole bunch
roll
of
that
just
as-
roll as the. A whole bunch of us rolled at the mall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
How do we fix that?
We have to find our.
Oh,
tokens.
if you
Our
have
characters
the,
aren't on the big smoke.
Well,
yeah,
hang on a
if
second.
you have
Hang
them all
on.
selected, you roll as it.
Right. Hang on. Let me fix this real quick, and you guys can re-roll that. I'll just drop your tokens onto the map. Select your token, and then do that roll. All right.
Sammy says that Tyler takes all the penalties from this.
I agree with Sammy.
Okay, and my stuff is loading really slowly, so
All right. So yeah, everyone. Let's see. I'm gonna say I've got Benny's. Benny, you take a point of strength damage due to rot. 10G, you do not.
I'm gonna try to shake that off.
Sure thing. Gumruts, you take a point.
It's weird. This radiation doesn't affect me.
There you go. So Alex, the way it works is you spend an MP. You absorb a point. Now also, Dan, don't forget, when you activate your mutation, each time you activate it, you need to roll a d6 for every MP you spend. So you owe me 4d6 for that as well.
2d6, I mean?
4d6, because you spent 2 MP to eat some rot, and you spent 2
Yeah.
MP to heal.
Is it the same penalty either way, or is this 2
It's-
different penalties?
Each MP you spend to activate a mutation,
Yes, 2.
you spent 4.
I spent 2.
What did you do?
I ate 2 points of rot.
Does healing yourself with rot, does that consume MP?
2.
Okay, so you spent 2 MP to remove 2 rot,
Yes.
and then you healed yourself. How did you heal
It's
yourself?
all in the same spend.
Let me-
It's
he ate 2 rot, turning that into 2.
you
healing.
spend 2 MP and 2 rot at the same time.
So you can either spend one MP to eliminate 1 point of trauma from the rot.
Or do I need to give you 4d6 for the rot and 2d6 for the MP?
So you would only, all right, so we're a little off on our rules here. So
Yep,
if you take damage from rot, you can spend MP to recover that rot damage.
Mhm.
Or you can spend 1 MP to use one of your rot points to recover 1 point of any attribute. Okay, so I was off on that. So you were correct. I was wrong. So you spend 2 MP. So you owe me 2d6 rolls.
and I got a 5 and a 4.
Okay,
It's
so you're
above all
fine.
the ball dice.
You're fine. All right. Did everyone roll their 4d6 for their rot?
Yep.
I did, and I got a 1-1.
So you take 1 point of strength damage.
And I'll give you my
I am
2d6
hurting.
for my points.
Say that again, Joe.
I am hurting. I'm at 2 out of 5.
Okay, cool.
Strength.
And Dan, if you want to give me those 2d6, ones are what we're looking for. So you need to roll me another d6.
Did you roll as me?
You did, Dan. You rolled as
I
Tenji.
did.
It's fine.
Yep.
So
I don't think that matters.
We know it was
does.
me.
yeah, we know it was you. So Dan, roll me another d6.
Yep.
Hey, there's Sammy. Someone gets a free reroll. Dan, that 3, the mutation consumes
Oh,
twice the amount of MP.
Ouch. Okay.
Did we have a free reroll stacked from earlier?
So there was a free reroll from earlier.
Can I do that?
Sure.
I don't need that.
Okay, so Dan, it did eat
One
2.
additional point.
It eats double.
Yep.
Oh no!
What did you do, Joe?
I made it worse.
Oh my god.
I made
No.
it so much worse.
Quick,
I
use the other
died.
reroll.
Damn, just
Are you
bought a double
broken?
reroll.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh no, Joe.
So
My
the
buddy-
great thing is, I don't think you take critical damage.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I see.
I can't
Being
get the
broken
board
is
game
always
to
bad.
load.
Let's
Oh,
see.
No.
Broken. So you're knocked out.
And this happens after we pass through the zone, or after we spend 4 hours in the zone. So
Yeah.
I collapse basically right when we get into the next zone.
Yep. So you just take some non-typical damage as you're instead of a critical.
Okay.
Is that like a critical injury? Like,
It's a kind of. You are incapacitated until you die or are healed. Roll me a d6, Joe. For 3 days.
Okay.
He take all 4 conditions?
This isn't like Vesson.
Okay.
He reduced his strength score to 0.
We all get a MP, by the way, because Sammy.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Sammy. So Joe is now unconscious for the next 3 days.
Who wants to carry Joe? Not it.
I guess I'll carry him.
hold on. If you guys look up ahead for a little bit, I might be able to try to bring him back. I just can't have anybody around.
Okay.
You guys all
don't know
leave.
if that-
There's just gonna be like
Could I watch?
smoke.
No, you can't watch. It's. I have a special device that may be able to bring him back.
I'll nod,
Mm-hmm.
turn, and keep going.
Okay.
Gouda's gonna look at Tenji and ask, "What? Do we really have to leave?"
Yeah.
It's like turning invisible. You can only turn invisible when no one's looking at you.
Exactly.
This is a fact. I'm already. See you. I don't care.
The elders used to say F's in chat for situations like this.
Uh-huh.
The wise ones once said.
Yeah. So you all move on. Alex, what are you doing?
I'm gonna spend 3 MP to use my other mutation.
Cool.
If I'll just throw it in the chat.
Oh.
Oh, frick.
And I'm gonna use 3 MP to heal another humanoid's trauma.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, 2 MP, 2 MP.
Wait, okay. So how does this work?
So he spends 2 MP and you are now just broken. You no longer have the non-typical critical injury. So what you need to do now is you need to rest.
Okay.
Got baby Bjorn for you.
And if I read that correctly, I need to take 2 strength damage, right?
You absorb those 2 points of strength damage, yes.
Okay.
Then you have to spend 2d6 of mutation dice
Yep.
as well.
You roll me 2d6.
For what it's worth, there's a roll button in the top right of your character sheet. And if you type it in up there, it'll do the nicer looking roll. Just where the dice are in front instead of having to click on it.
Oh, that's handy.
And I just put 2 in the base, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
figure that's a little more helpful. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm up to 2 strength then.
He removes your critical injury. Is that how I'm reading that correctly? You heal another humanoid's trauma. Every point to be healed costs 1 MP and will inflict the same amount on you.
Whichever one I think that would
now,
bring him back up.
You can heal non-lethal critical injuries for 2 MP.
Mm-hmm.
So he heals your non-typical critical injury. You are now no longer unconscious for 3 days. You are broken. You can only...
I'm still at 0.
You're still at 0. You can only, move a little bit, so you're hobbled.
Okay. So it's kind of like incapacitated in
Yeah.
Zweihander.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can still do stuff, kind of like talk and move slowly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if
Can't
you
really
want to...
contribute to anything.
No. If you want to, you guys have to find some place to crash for the night, or you can just head back to the Ark. You're only...
I call everybody back
Yeah, I'd be like muttering,
as I'm bleeding from
slurring my words. Like I saw, let's go back.
So,
I did my best, boys.
what's the plan?
If we want to go back, that's fine.
Not that way.
I don't think that's a
Not,
good idea.
not that way.
Maybe we
Pointed
go
like where we came from.
like it. Would we need to go back through this tile and take the rads again, or could we do like an adjacent tile?
You could try and move adjacent. You would have to spend at least 2 4-hour chunks of movement to bypass this and get back to the Ark. That's potentially, 8 hours, and you don't know what the rads are going to be like there, or the rot.
Yeah. The question is, does going backwards through this cost us the rot again?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So we know this one's 4. Do we want to try an adjacent one? To the
I'm
right,
just
maybe?
like
Since
nodding my head limply.
let's take one to the right.
So
Since
yeah,
it should,
if you go there,
since
and
at
then
least
there.
is in line with where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That means I get to roll more dice.
Can we
Yes.
notate on that tile that it's 4?
Sure.
That it's rottenness.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily know that it's always going to be 4.
Rather have the information just in case.
I mean, we know that we took 4. So
Yeah,
I'm-
I don't
It
think
could have
we
been
should-
1 per hour. Is all,
There is a way to do it. Let me get there real quick.
I don't know what's wrong with my forge. Nothing is loading.
Wait, Gouda didn't take damage, did she?
Gouda did take some damage.
Okay.
She took 1 point of damage.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Okay,
down.
I wrote a 4 there, Joe, so now it's marked.
Not going back
Okay.
through that.
All right,
Yeah.
so Dan, roll me your find the path.
I am ready to make another bad roll. Jeez.
So you find a safe pass through. You do find that there's no artifacts to be had in this zone. Do you want to push that?
Let's go ahead and push it.
Okay.
It just got worse.
No.
It got worse. You take 3 points of damage in that attribute.
I find nothing.
You find nothing except for you move through this thick chunk of woods. The rot doesn't seem to be as bad as it was in the previous tile. So that's something, right? It's not as bad. But as you're making through, seeing as you didn't check to see if there were, hey there, Sammy, 200 bits. Is that a reroll or is that 2 MP? Oh, that's the wrong item.
This is important.
We may need that right now.
'Cause I don't know if you all noticed, but I just dumped you all into initiative.
Yeah, that's why I'm really anxious to see if this is a reroll or if this is 2 mutation.
We still
reroll.
do have a reroll, don't we?
There is a free reroll.
All right.
Appears to be 2.
I think I might take it.
Okay, so we'll have 1 reroll in the bank. Go ahead and reroll that.
Let's see if we can do worse than last time.
Okay, you don't take the first roll and the push are negated.
Oh, okay. I forgot to. Yeah, I have 3 more d6 that belong on that. Then
Okay,
I'll just roll them separately. Real
sure.
quick.
All right, so you got 1 success,
And then I will push it. So
Sure.
I'll just re-roll minus those 2 dice
Sure.
because I fucked everything up.
Yes. So
I'll just roll the failed dice.
Yep. So roll me 4 yellow and 4 green. Okay. So 3 success and 3 damage to agility.
The same amount.
So what 2 stunts are you going to be unlocking? Also, Sammy got everyone 3 MP. So thanks, Sammy.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, I'm going to
That
look
would be
for
used.
enemies as one of them.
Sure. You
And, I'll look for bullets as the other one.
sure. Give me a D6.
Is there any like people can spend MP to heal themselves or whatever? Is there like any
5 bullets.
universal way to spend MP other than your ability?
Mutations. That's what MP is there for, is to activate your mutations.
Okay.
Okay. So you managed to find, and you just about walk through it as you're cutting through this thick section of woods. You actually stop yourself before you stumble into a nest of what appears to be zone leeches. Just a mass of these giant, black, segmented, fat creatures with these big mouth suckers with sharp spines inside. And you're able to successfully avoid them.
Oh, good. That's what I was about to ask. Can we just not fight them?
If you notice them first, I'll give you the chance to avoid them. If it's a non-intelligent creature, I'll say you can just move around them. If it's something a little more aggressive, there's a chance it might come after you, and that's where we'll do like an opposed, stealth
Move
perception check. Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right.
You run
I'm
into
gonna
the Riddler
spend-
and his henchmen. You are doomed.
No.
And it's Christmas.
Yes,
Oh no.
All right, Dan. So why don't you give me another roll?
I'm giving you 2d6 real quick. 2 1s. Oh my gosh.
Why are you giving me 2d6?
Because I was going to recover my agility some.
Oh, you were going to burn more rot?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It was a mistake. 2
Did you
ones.
roll a... Okay, so you got a 1. So let's take a look and see what happens. That's on the mutations page.
I'll be right back.
Give me a d6, Dan.
Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it's 6 either way. So
Your mutation gets supercharged. You get back your MP you just spent, and you can immediately, in the same turn, activate the same mutation again against the same target or another. I don't think you've got any more rot, do you?
I don't.
So just take your MP back.
Yeah, done.
Cool. So now you need to give me another Find the Path test.
Yes, which will hopefully be a little more successful. Maybe. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take 3.
3 successes. So you... Are there any artifacts here? There's no artifacts. You find it's a scrub land. It's barren. What are you doing with your 2 stunts?
I'll basically do the same thing again. Look for enemies and then look for bullets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll roll my d6 here.
So 3 bullets. And you find a patch of this strange fungus. And you know it's bad news, so you just move around it.
Keep the fungus from being among us.
All right. Actually, why don't I go ahead? And I'll just drop that right there.
So now that we know that those leeches are there and that fungus is there, do we just get to say we avoid it every time we go through that tile now?
Yeah.
Until we want to deal with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a problem with that, Joe?
No,
So let's calculate. That was 2 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, and 4 hours. How many hours have you guys been traveling?
14.
14, yeah.
14? Okay. So you're still good. You're not tired yet. You haven't been out for a full day. And you make it back to the mall. So here's what happens with rot when you return to the mall. To get rid of rot, you can decontaminate. If you're resting in a rot-free area, like the mall, you remove 1 point of rot per night's sleep. You can also take a shower. You can bathe in clean water and reduce half of your rot points, rounded up. So everyone gets back, and immediately you can reduce your rot points, rounded up by half. Now, there is a catch to this. For every rot point you remove, you need to roll a d6.
Is that including the ones...
This is just rot points that you're removing.
Okay.
So for your shower, it's half your rot points. So, Alex, you're making faces. How many rot points did you have?
We all got 4, right?
Yeah, I think everyone got 4. So, Alex, roll me 2d6. Dan, I don't think you've got any.
I've got none at this point.
Yeah, so everyone, except for Alex, roll me 4d6. I'm sorry, 2d6. Everyone except for Alex, or shit. Fucking words.
Everybody except for Dan.
Dan does not need to roll any d6s. Everyone else needs to roll 2d6.
I ate all my rat.
So if you get a 1, like Gouda just did, those become permanent rot points.
Oh. So I already rolled, but there's a button for it. That's fine.
Oh, is there? Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that is good to know for next time.
If you click on the rot symbol in that little box. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
So, Joe, one of your rot points. What's that?
I already rolled. I rolled a 2 and a 3 the first time. I was just seeing what that button did.
All right. So, Gouda, you now have 2 permanent rot points. So what that means is every time you take more rots, your base number is higher. So if you take 1 more point of rot, you're rolling 3 dice to see what happens.
Is there any way to remove permanent rot?
Hang on a second. What was that again, Gouda?
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Could be. Permanent rot points. Nope, they're permanent.
Permanent because it's permanent.
Permanent because it's permanent. Also, they cannot be removed with the Rot Eater mutation.
Oh, there's rerolls.
Can you? Oh, there are some rerolls there.
Mm-hmm.
How many do we got? Do we have 1 or 2 in the bank? Just one.
Yeah.
One.
So Gouda, you want to eat one of our rerolls and try to not take?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, go ahead and hit the rot button on your character sheet and give me 2 of them.
Look at that.
Oh,
Well worth that reroll. So, no one takes any permanent rot. You sleep for the night. Everyone gets to remove 1 more rot point. So that's another d6 you roll to see if you take a permanent rot point. And then everyone gets, a ration of food for free. So everyone gets to heal 1 strength damage. And then also there's water. So everyone can also heal 1 water. Alex,
Is the water agility?
water is agility.
Water's agility, yes.
Alex, why did you roll 2d6 there?
I hit the rot button.
Yeah, you're supposed to roll 1 for rot on this because overnight sleep cures 1. So give me another single die rot roll. Okay, cool. So it does not look like anyone takes any permanent
I
rot
think
points.
I took one overnight.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
So Tyler, yeah, you did. Yeah. So Jonathan has 1 permanent point of rot damage. So everyone can heal 1 point of agility and 1 point of strength for free. If you have food, you can eat more of your food rations and heal more, or you all can just decide to wait around in the arc a little bit longer.
I think that's what I want to do.
Each day you wait, you get to heal 1 agility and 1 strength, along with all of your wits and whatever the fuck the 4th stat is.
Okay, so can I go up 1 with my first day?
The thing that none of us have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alex, you would get to heal your wits the first day.
I'm fine with that. I just want
Okay, you can just waste time now. Let me.
Because we don't
No.
have a sense of urgency with our job,
The
right?
question is there consequence for wasting time?
Sure, there is. There absolutely is. Because shit can happen. Your goods that you're supposed to go gather could get taken by someone else. And there's also events that can happen in the arc.
Perhaps they'll have a sale at the grocery store on grub. We can go fight with everybody to get discounted grub.
At the Grubhub.
Grubhub. There it is.
Nah.
Grocery store.
So
I feel like we should probably maybe head out again.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. As soon as we can.
So I'll say we'll go back. First night, everyone healed in agility and a strength. Joe here is saying that we should stay longer so that way he can heal back up. He really got his ass kicked.
to. Yeah, I maybe not necessarily 5 days, but I at least want to get rid of all of our rot.
That's just 1 more day, right?
Yeah, so
Because you could ration. Is it strength that you're down in, or
yeah.
you could ration your way up your strength?
But he gets 1 free ration of food and water per day.
Yeah, I'm
From the
saying
arc.
I
more.
Right, and I only have 1 ration
What?
outside of that.
Do you have bullets?
If you have bullets, you can go sell bullets for rations.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
everybody, you guys can all take bullets if I understand the
You know,
rules.
I'll just give him a couple.
I don't know how many bullets I
rations.
started with.
So Joe, Benny gives you 2 rations. So
Sweet.
night 1, you can recover 3 strength.
Cool.
How short are you?
So I'm 1 point short.
I'll throw the other one in. I'll just.
Sweet. I'm up at full. So that's just 2 nights that we stayed then. And I'm back up full. Is there anyone else that's hurt or anything?
not enough that I didn't already recover. I took a little bit of agility damage, but I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm one away on most of my attributes, but it's nothing.
So how many nights did we stay there?
2.
2.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
if it's two, then I'm good then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about halfway through. Looks like Sammy gave us another reroll. It's about halfway through. You stay the first night, and then the day between there, you get approached by, just another one of the workers in the Ark. We'll say his name is, I don't know, Jonathan. Not Jonathan. We already have a Jonathan. We'll say their name is Timothy.
There you
Do
go.
we get mutation points every day,
No.
or is it just every session?
You started off with it. Since we're not resetting the mutation points, you're not getting bonus mutation points at the start of a session.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, you get approached by a skeezy looking dude, Timothy. You've known him for a while. He has a tendency to do a little bit of stealing here and there. He's pissed off some other people in the Ark, but Timothy is, pretty good as a lookout, so he gets a little bit of slack. But Timothy comes up to you, and Timothy's like, "Hey, I got something going on here, and I got a job for you all."
What sort of job?
So, have you all, you know Sarah, right? She's just another, person living in the mall with you. Sarah, she's been complaining of stomach pains here recently. And she just went and did some talking, and, one of our healers found out something you're not going to believe. It's crazy. She's pregnant.
Do what now?
She's
I already
pregnant.
watched this season.
Uh-huh. So, and you all would know. It's
With my wits of 2, I'm going to ask, can you get pregante?
Hmm.
How is Babby formed?
so maybe not all of you know. Maybe some
Can I
of you do
summon
know.
demon with Weggy board?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Jen, I wish it was that innocent. So you all would know that mutants getting pregnant, it's really rare and really not easy to do.
Oh, fucking missed.
So I'll tell you what, Timothy says. I'll tell you what. That's a fucking payday if I've ever seen one. So I'll tell you what. I'll pay you 10 bullets each. When that baby pops out, I want you to steal it
Oh yeah, because nobody has. Okay, I understand now.
and bring it to me. And I want to take that baby and go sell it somewhere else. What do you say?
I'm not all for this.
Listen, you can take this how you want. You know this is fucking horrible.
Right.
You can go report it to the bosses. You can handle it yourself. You can take the job. Whatever you want to do, however you want to handle it.
I'm really only interested in artifacts.
He's a lookout, right? Timothy?
He's a lookout.
Does he have a gun on him?
Yeah, he's got a scrap rifle on him.
Okay, I'm gonna use my mutation point to make him decide his next action
Okay.
with puppeteer, and I'm gonna tell him to shoot himself.
Jeez.
Gosh, can you do that?
Yes, you can. Give me a D6, Jake.
3.
Timothy's just hold on a second. And he fucking does it, man.
Man,
He has to
Shame
roll
what
an
happened to him.
attack on himself.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Wow, I just enjoyed the RP of he just does it.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question real quick.
What do you got?
Are we aware of his power?
I don't know. Jake, is your ability something you would share?
No.
Okay, that's good.
So I would have just Shawan Khan'd this man out of nowhere.
He misses, though, and he takes his own ear off. As he's now lying there on the ground in a bloody mess. The gunshot has drawn all sorts of people around you.
I want to quickly wrestle the gun from him in front of everybody.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah. This is
Sure.
dangerous. You can't have this. I'll take this forever.
Give me a manipulate test there, Alex.
Ooh, I'm not gonna pass this.
Oh, how do you only have one die? That's not possible.
It is. If you take 2.
He took a second mutation.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I'm very close to almost always messing this up.
Do you want to push that?
I thought the lowest you could drop in a single stat.
You have to assign 2 in each one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the rule says that you can't reduce below 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So I put 2 in there. Then I took 2 mutations.
Took one away.
Do I want to push it? Do I still have is there a reroll? Is there still a reroll?
No, Sammy bought another reroll, I think. So we'll say
You can
yes.
Push and then decide to reroll.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
that's a good
Cool.
idea.
Nope. You want to spend that reroll?
Nah.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Too old. I didn't catch that. The name of the game is now Mutant Ear Zero. All right. So people come up and they know something fishy's going on. They're like, why is 10G and why is Timothy fighting over this gun? Timothy is hurt. You can tell the crowd is not in a lot of favor of what's going on here. And they think that you're all just as much to blame.
Now hold on. Timothy here shot his own ear off. Like he just put the gun to his ear or to himself and shot himself.
Give me a
We ain't had
manipulate.
nothing to do with that.
Give me a manipulate.
I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
Fuck.
Do you want to use our reroll?
Do we have a reroll?
We got one
Yeah, we
reroll.
have one.
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah.
Sure.
It feels like having the arc mad at us is a bad thing.
Could be. You want to push?
I'm gonna. That's empathy, right?
That is
Yeah.
empathy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. God
Oh
damn it!
my god! I know, but guy, he shit.
Fuck.
Okay.
As Boss Nelson comes out of the crowd, what the fuck is going on here? And he points a couple people at Timothy, like, get him to the healer. And he points at the 6 of you. Fucking follow me. I don't know what the hell you're doing. And he hauls you off. He's like, I thought I told you to go check that out. What the hell is going on?
We got
We're healing from
radiated
rot.
as fuck on the way there and came back.
Did you take any rot suits with you?
You had rot suits?
I was gonna try to build one as we were out, but
You don't have any of those.
What's a rot suit?
Do we have rot suits?
No, but a gearhead could build a rot suit.
yeah, we hadn't gotten to a place where I could sit down and start.
We should do that.
In fact, we had come here specifically to do that because of all the rot, and I'll point to my 1 point of permanent rot.
How much time do you need to build a rot suit there, 10G?
I would need 4 hours, and I think I technically have to go around and pick up like scraps at some point.
Okay.
Well, we spent 2 days in the arc.
Well, we got a perfectly good rifle made out of scraps now.
And then Maybe.
Or no one said anything about 10G still holding that rifle.
Oh,
Um,
nobody said anything about that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So it would take you 4 hours per rot suit, and you would have to have scrap. Right now, you don't have any scrap.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
how do
you're
we get
kind of...
scrap?
you find it while you're out in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say we were never really in a safe place. I felt like I could just spend some time running
Okay.
around. And...
Can we just scrounge the area right around the mall for
I'll
at
tell
least
you
the two
what.
tiles that have confirmed no rot?
If your stalker wants to make a couple of know the zone tests, and you go out there,
Where do we,
can
do
that.
our like skills that are like class dependent at? I don't see where to put those on the sheet.
you have to add those.
You have to add
So
them.
At the top of the skills list, you can
yeah,
add.
there's an add button,
Oh.
and then in there you can title it. You can say what kind of action it is, what your value in that skill is, and what attribute it ties to, and you can also put your descriptions in there as well.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, Dan, if you want to give me a couple find the paths, I'll say you all spend 8 hours scrounging for rot or
Okay.
scrap. I'm sorry.
We'll probably go through. Are we doing this here or going back out to do it?
Well, you would need to go back out. You won't find any here.
We'll take
Yeah.
the right path
Okay.
with the less rad.
Sure. I'll tell you what. That's the first zone.
I'll roll the. Oh, that was
The
no
second
zone. Sorry, wrong one. Okay, there's for the
Okay.
second zone.
So I'll tell you what. Let's see. This is going to be 100 times. Oops.
Oh, I can just sit down at any point and do the jerry rig. Okay. We just can't be moving, I guess is how I need to say it.
Okay.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
You find 3 pieces of scrap. If someone wants to write down the scrap that I'm about to tell you.
Probably Alex, since he'll be the one using it, I assume.
All right, first thing you find. You find an old crime novel.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing, Alex, give me a D6.
No.
I like.
My taskbar got in the way. There we go.
You find 4 plastic flowers.
Ooh.
And finally, you find an original Xbox.
Boys, we won.
Can you even lift it? Can you even carry it?
It doesn't come with the controllers. Do we have to send more people to carry those?
So yeah, you spend some time, you scrounge that, and I'll say, Alex, you can trade in those bits of scrap to find the bits of scrap you need. It's going to take you 4 hours per rot suit. And I'll tell you what, you've already spent I'll say you've spent enough time in that first day. So go ahead and give me your jerry rig test to see if you can make 6 rot suits. Yeah. That was the 360, Bert, that had the glowing ring of death. And I had more than one of those with the glowing ring of death.
I was lucky enough to just have one.
Those, I think, I only sent mine out once.
I fixed mine.
I remember that.
Oh, I did that at first too, and then I sent it out when it died again.
I went through. It was that damn that X torsion spring they put in there. Pull that out. Put some PC standoffs. Perfect.
So do I need to make 6 of those or just...
Yeah.
Boop. There's 1.
All right. You got 2 suits. 3 suits. I'll tell you what. We'll make that 4 suits. No. 5 and 6. There you go. 6 suits.
Ooh.
All right. I don't
Everybody.
think I have the rot suits in the inventory yet, so
Maybe, maybe not.
I have to add it.
If I go to, that's talents. Fuck talents. Go to gear. Yeah, I don't have rod suits. Yeah, I do.
It's +3 against a rot. I just was on the page.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if it's in items, and you can just drag rot suits onto your character sheets.
I only have the
Items?
weapons folder under gear.
Well, let
Yeah.
me fix that.
Yeah, I do too.
So what, you made 3?
Hang on. He made enough for everyone to have one. Now you
Oh.
have the items folder.
There it is. Okay, everything makes sense now.
We can just drag this onto our sheet.
Yep. Just drag that onto your character sheet.
Cool.
Nice.
It's the future.
So now protection rating 3 against the rot.
Nice.
I think it's 1 out of 1, so you might have to update it on your sheet.
Where are they on the items?
It's in alphabetical. Here, I can drag yours over for you, Jake.
You can search at the top as well.
It's fine. I'll
Yeah,
drag it
yeah,
over.
that's what I'll do.
There you go. It's on your character sheet.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Every time you have to roll for rot, you get to roll 3 dice against it. And every success you have on that gear bonus absorbs a point. But for every 1 you roll, it's decreased by 1 for the protection rating. So, starts out with a 3 bonus. You can use it to counteract that. If you roll 1s, the bonus goes down. If you roll 6s, it absorbs a point of rot for every 6. Or success. All right. People are healed. Boss
fine.
Nelson's just like, you guys got to get out of here. Let the heat die down a little bit. Let the truth come out. Are any of you going to tell Nelson exactly why the altercation started?
Nope.
I feel like Gouda will.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it depends. Does he ask?
He would ask, like, what the fuck was going on? Why?
I'm pretty sure my character would just start spilling it.
Okay, so Gouda and Gumruts spend a few minutes going over the entire thing. He's like, shit, that's fucked up. We need... I can't, like, I've done some shady fucking shit, but
Those babies.
taking a baby out of the goddamn ark is unforgivable.
I'll nod and I'll say
And
I'm
he
glad you think
traumatized me
boss.
by shooting his ear off.
Yeah, you
Well-
went crazy right after that.
Listen, I got to tell you, keep this between us. Probably when you get back, Timothy's not going to be around anymore. We can't trust someone like that in the ark.
Fair
I
enough.
agree.
I'd rather have the baby than him.
Are we ready to get back to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to clarify, we stayed another night to get rid of the rot.
Yeah.
Do we have to
Right.
roll for that?
No, just take it off. We're past
Okay.
rolling right now.
Okay.
Whoops.
Let's move along.
Let's move along. So, now I was a little nice to you last time because the tile with the rat, the mushroom, and that weird leech thing, they all still had a rot score. So, as you move through 2 of those tiles, each of you take 1 point of rot. But now,
So-
go ahead, Joe.
Do we get to ignore up
No.
to 3 or?
No. So what's going to happen is you're going to roll me. Everyone should have 0 rot right now, correct?
Mhm.
So everyone rolls me 1 rot die. And then everyone's going to roll me 3 gear die. So,
Oh shit!
looks like some of you... That didn't work out for some of you.
And if I have a permanent rot, I roll 2 rot
Correct.
to start with. Okay.
Correct. So some of you, it looks like it just rolled the rot suit. So
You saying
Irene...
through gear?
So
Yeah. And I haven't studied the character sheets a lot.
I think my rot suit should have a rating of 3, right?
Right.
The
Okay.
default one only has a 1. Yeah, you have to fix
Yeah.
that.
All right, so here we go. So, Alex, where are we at? Oh, we're
We
at,
need to evaluate the rot roll first.
right. So, Gouda, you don't take any rot, or you don't take any damage from rot. Jonathan, you don't. Tenji, you don't. Joe, you didn't need to roll that second one, but you don't. And Jake, you don't either. So it does not look like... no, actually, Jake, you do take a point of damage from rot.
Joe,
And so do
make
you,
your
Tyler.
pirate?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Joe is rolling to the GM.
Yeah, I was messing around with the rolls. Only the first one counted.
Okay, so yes, everyone needed to roll a d6 to see if they took damage from rot. Tyler, in your case, you would roll 2d6, and then everyone would need to roll 3d6 to see if they counteract that. Did
So
everyone?
Okay.
So Tyler, you rolled 2d6, so you took 1 point of rot damage, and you did not get any successes on your gear. So that means you take 1 point of strength damage from your rot.
It's strength damage. Okay, that was what I was going to ask.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So now, with that, you all are ready to move out of the tile with the weird leech the icon on it. So, which square do you want to go on next?
I think we'll just move, continuing kind of diagonally to the right.
To that right there? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Dan, if you would please.
I shall.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Sure.
My goodness.
So,
Find the path does not love me.
Yikes. Well,
Dan?
one success though.
Yeah, this is artifact and no enemies, so
you find, and I'm just going to show this, something special.
ooh.
Let me find my notes. You see a ruined building. It has this strange looking tree sitting on the top of it. And the tree has got little red points of light flashing all over it. This tree sits on top of a building, an old, broken down building covered with vines. And it's got the symbol that you see there, strange bowl with some leaves and a rod coming out of it. You all recognize this as one of the symbols for like medicine.
Oh.
This is some old medicines type store. If any of you are capable of reading, who would probably just be our chronicler, Jonathan.
How do you know if you can read?
I don't know. I'm just assuming there might be a rule in there. I don't fucking know.
I have 5 wits.
Sure, you
I don't
can
even
read
have
too.
5 wits. Shit.
All right, the two of you can read. You can see on the outside of this old ruined building with vines growing all of it is the word Floreds, a sister company to Walgreens.
Oh, I get it. Damn it.
I like that Alex almost died.
Oh, and hell, nerd.
I hate it here.
Thanks, I hate it.
I also love that we broke Irene. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That should be our goal. Every single session, our goal is to fucking break Irene. All right.
What's a p-harmacy?
So you all, Char, you're
Urinary
like,
tract infection.
if there were going to be any good loot in this area, it would be in that building, especially with that strange tree covered in red flashing lights on top.
Yeah, that sounds pretty neat. Do we want to go there, or do we want to continue on to our goal for now?
I'm in favor of continuing on to the goal because Nelson's already kind of not happy with us.
Yeah.
But if we can bring back guns and also something from the pharmacy,
We could do it on the way back.
Yeah.
So mark it and let's keep on moving.
Okay.
Those guns.
fine.
Okay.
I'm
So
harshing my buzz.
Wait, does it take us extra time to explore it?
it takes 4 hours to move through this zone, whether you explore it or not.
Yeah, and it'll be that way on our way back.
I just don't want to risk it.
Yeah, let's do it on our way back because we don't want to end up taking a whole bunch of damage before we get out there anyway.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah,
And
that
it
could
would
be
give
like
me another
medicine monsters.
opportunity to search it for enemies or something like that,
Yeah.
which I didn't do.
So, Dan, would you please roll again?
I will, and I think this time I'm not going to use my scavenger talent
Okay.
because it seems to be just backfiring right now.
It kind of is.
It's a very
So,
good thing you didn't.
It do be feeling that way.
yeah, so this will just find us enemies instead of artifacts.
So you find a safe pass through, and you find that there's no real enemies here in this area. But as you're all traveling through, you do start to feel the tingle, the sickness. The rot has got you.
I'm not down with this.
Oh no!
So, by the time you make it through, that's great. With the 4 hours it takes, everyone's going to take 4 rot points. So what that means, by the time you move through, I didn't want that. I wanted this.
We roll the rot first,
I want
And
the 4
our suit.
rot,
so
just like what Dan did there. So it looks like so far, Gumrut has got 1 point of rot damage.
So in my case, it's like six. Oh god, not 63. I meant to do 6, not 63.
Oh my
Holy cow! Let's try this again.
Dust before our very eyes.
Okay. 2.
So-
Find treasure. It's the Ark of the Covenant.
Gumrut and Jonathan, please roll your 3 gear die for your rot suits. So Joe, Gumrut negates that 1 point of rot damage. Tyler, Jonathan negates only 1 point. So you take 1 point of strength damage.
We can just roll it all at the same time.
I'm at 0 strength.
Oh, you're broken.
I'm broken.
how are you broken already?
I have 2 strength.
Wait, no, you only take 1 damage from that.
Yeah, I took 1 damage from the last time we got rot.
How
Since
long
you
ago was that?
rested?
That was like
Oh,
a square ago.
yeah.
Oh gosh! Now
So
we need baby.
Somebody can heal test me and recover my points, though. I was looking at how heal works.
yeah, there is rules on recovery.
I have 2 empathy, so not me.
I have 3 empathy and 0 heal.
So what we're going to do from now on is we're not going to say how many numbers we have in a skill. If you're good at healing, just say you're good at healing. And if you're not good at healing, say you're not good at healing. So, yeah, if we look at the rules for recovery, I think it's under this one. Yeah.
Not healing you.
Even if I was good at it,
I'll
I
give it a
wouldn't
shot.
do it anyways.
53 in the PDF is
So,
the
and-
heal.
Everyone should have the document with the trauma recovery rules on it. So if you scroll down, there it is. So someone, if you want to now, Jonathan, you can try and heal yourself for a -2 penalty.
I can?
Yeah.
I just might do that then.
Wait, try to heal yourself?
Yeah.
I'll try and heal him.
All right. Go ahead there, Benny. Try and heal Jonathan.
Be healed. And I slapped him.
Yeah.
The elders told me of people who could slap people back to health.
Do you want to push
and I
that?
believed him.
I think they're called paladins.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll push it.
Sure.
There we go.
Just so you guys know, every time you guys say push it, I hear static X.
That's fair.
All right. So, Tyler, you get healed 1 point.
And Jake takes 1 damage in empathy.
Yep. But who the fuck needs empathy?
I sure don't.
I don't either.
All right. Dan, you want to give us another Find the Path?
I don't, but I will.
Hold on, before Dan attempts to find the next path, I want to give him a little bit of help.
Okay.
I'm going to inspire him, so hopefully we have better luck finding a path.
How does this work?
You get an extra dice for every success I have.
Oh, so yeah, you get a bonus.
Ooh,
You get a 1 bonus.
I'll take it.
Sure. So Dan, go ahead and roll Find the Path with a +1 bonus.
Yep. I'm gonna keep scavenger off again.
You gonna push that?
Let me see where we're at in the world. Are we
You're
at
on-
the 4 or up and right from the 4?
You're right there.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it one more
Oh.
time.
Actually, it counts as if you rolled that 6 yourself. It's not an extra dice for
Oh,
you.
so that just counts as so Dan, you had 1 success. Would you have pushed?
Why not?
Okay, you take 2 of your damage from that. You now have 3 successes.
All right, and I will use one of them for artifacts and one of them for bullets.
Okay. So yeah, give me the
Enemies
bullet
are
roll.
default. in
Yep,
this case.
enemies are default.
Gosh,
4
that's
bullets. Nope, that's not
1.
right.
Sorry, it's 3.
3 bullets.
I hit the D6 button and I hit enter expecting it to just roll it, and
It
adds
doesn't.
another
It adds
D6.
another one to it. Yes. I am not a fan of the little roller underneath there, but it's easy for people to reach, so I leave it up.
Yeah.
On the side next to the tools, there's the little die. If you just click on that, it gives you a simple dice roller pop out.
Yeah, I should
And
probably do
that's
that.
super easy.
Oh, it's the roll 20 dice.
Yep.
roller.
It's just someone took the roll 20 dice roller and just dropped it in.
I like
All
that.
right.
And it has more than 5.
I think I can edit how far it goes.
Should put it at like 80.
I
Just
don't
so
want to
it
break. I
pops out.
don't want to break Foundry right now. But yeah, it's just an add-on module in Foundry. So
Okay.
My Foundry already is broken, so
make sure hardware acceleration is turned on in your browser.
it is. I think I need to restart my computer. It's
Okay.
been a while, and I'm not going to do that right now because I'm
That's absolutely fair. So here's what you find there, Char.
Yes.
An old highway overpass. It's broken. You can see standing up on the highway overpass is actually a rather large tree growing out of the, this bridge that's, just standing in the air. There's a rope ladder hanging down. And you can see standing on the edge watching you are 3 people. They've got spears in hand and they're just staring down at you. But you think, like, hey, if there were to be any artifacts in this area, I bet they'd have them.
Okay. That's a fight for another day, I think.
They don't necessarily, they're watching you intently, but they're not coming at you. They're not.
Wait, who do we see?
3 people up on this broken overpass.
Okay.
As we pass by, I'd like to just wave at them as we move right by them.
They wave back.
Okay.
And one of them waves back. One of the other ones doesn't look super thrilled, so they, take their hand and push the other waving hand down. It's like when a kid waves at someone you don't want them to, you just put their hand down.
Well, now I know which one they like the most, if they're willing to look after.
But yeah, you make it through.
All right, this is how we go to the gun show.
Let's go get shot.
Let's
Sorry.
go.
Oh,
Gun
baby.
show.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna stop there.
So, Dan, why don't you give me this?
Path. 1 success. I'll go ahead and push it.
Sure
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, nothing. So that this is just the regular find the path with enemies.
Sure. So you come across, you're exploring the area, and you find this old, broken down gun store. It looks like a sporting goods store. Why don't you all give me what's a fun name for a sporting goods store? If we're going off of our local one here in town, it's called Dick's. And
I was
that
gonna
is
say,
That's
straight
a
up.
bit lewd. Let's just call it John.
Penises.
I mean, there's
Go ahead,
there's
Irene.
there's pro bass, so maybe amateur trout.
Ooh, I like that.
I like
There you
that.
go.
Amateur trout.
Amateur trout.
Let me adjust that.
Oh, you mean the one by the Florets? Yeah.
And this is okay. You find it. It's broken down, crumbling. But you find the building. So Dan, what all did you find with your find the path?
Just enemies.
You definitely search around. You check the area around it, and you're like, you think there's something inside there.
Okay, so at least we have the jump on them per se. Gosh, if only I had some rot here, I could make my agility better.
Yep, but
I
you
can try
don't.
healing you if you want to
Yeah.
give it a.
I mean, I could have done something with water or something like that. How
How much agility damage did you take finding paths for us?
3?
I'll heal you anyway.
Does that take time or?
I don't know.
You read the rules and find it out, because I'm not going to right now. So, Dan, what was your question?
I was just going to ask if anybody was feeling particularly sneaky that they might want to try and scout this place out.
Sure, if someone wants to give a sneak test.
I can
I'll
get a
do it,
sneak.
but I'm not good at it.
I can do it.
All right, sure. Gouda. Let's see if you're any Gouda at this sneak test.
Gotta be the joke that never stops joking here.
It is. It is.
Well, I got a success there.
Says
Okay.
immediately recovered and no resources are required.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a heal real quick on Dan. Or not. You know what? Fuck it, I'll push it.
Okay.
Hey.
So you
So-
get 1 agility
okay.
back.
So, Gouda, as you're scouting around, you peek in through a crack in the wall into this amateur trout. And you see inside, you see there's this giant opening in the floor. Like maybe a sinkhole opened up and eventually it turned into like a cave. And you get the feeling that it looks like that cave might be occupied. Could you go ahead and give me a know the zone? And I'm going to see real quick if there's a modifier to that. No, give me a know the zone test.
Okay. And that's a success again.
You've heard rumors of a particular creature living in areas like this, living in little caves like this, judging by the size, you think this is a razorback. A giant porcine, horned, scaled creature, known to be very aggressive and very territorial.
Okay. Do I see any signs of it being home?
I mean, is that what I discerned with my test? Is that it was here?
You would suggest, you found out that if there was going to be an enemy, it would be in there. So it's just the enemy, you're aware that there might be something and it can't get the drop on you. So, Gouda, if you want to, what exactly were you wanting to find out? See if it was home?
Yeah, see if I can see
I'm
if
going
it's
to call that
home.
a scout test.
Okay.
I
I'm
can
gonna
figure
push.
out if it's home real fast.
I'm gonna go ahead and push that.
Go ahead and push that.
Look at that. I got a success.
Okay. Yeah, you listen, you look, there's something in there. But you can also see behind the cave, it looks like there's a rack that has a gun on it. So, there's your information. You move back to the group, come up with the plan.
Is there
Right.
just one?
Did I only see just the one?
You're not sure, but you would know from your, hearing about razorbacks that they're super territorial. They only you only find more than one in an area during the mating season. And then they do their business and then they go away. Like they split back up. There's no, so yeah, there's only going to be one. If there was going to be more than one, you would have heard them.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. We could. I could potentially sneak to get the gun because we really just need the gun, right? So I could just sneak to get that gun
Sure you could, yeah.
and like maybe have y'all hanging back just in case we need, just in case I need support.
Yep. If you feel bravely enough, then
Sure, I'll stay back here with Mouse. It'll be fine.
No, my mouse is coming with me.
Not into that cave with a
Well,
big scary boar in it.
She doesn't have to come to the cave. She can stay with the rest of the group out at the edge.
Stay with the rest of the group, yeah.
What did I do?
Rolled 40.
But specifically with me.
Not with you, Benny. She could stay with Tenji or with Gumrut.
Yeah, sure.
So figure out your plan. If you're going to sneak in, go ahead and sneak in.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so I think that the plan is for Gouda to sneak in and then call for help if she needs it.
So go ahead and roll me a sneak.
Be
Okay.
ready.
You
All
got
right, that
one
is-
success. Do you want to push that or you want to keep it?
Just giving the heads up that usually stealth is opposed in this situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and push it. Nah, I'm taking 2 damage from that.
Okay.
That's to my agility.
And Dan was correct. That was an opposed roll. But I'm not going to let you know if you were successful or not.
Okay.
We'll find out soon enough. When you're
As
dead or
you
not.
sneak in, you real quiet move through, you avoid bits of rubble, you avoid some dry sticks, you move past the opening in the floor, which is the den of this razorback, and eventually you make it back to this rack. And you actually see there's some scrap sitting around back here. Scrap that could be useful, especially to 10G. But then you also see a gun, and you see a metal canister, what you would believe to be a jerry can. And jerry cans usually have some fuel in them, which could be useful for things as well. And you also see a box of bullets.
My goodness. That's probably more than one person can carry, unfortunately.
Well, here's what we're going to do. Your opposed roll was, okay, I will let you grab one item and leave without alerting the creature. If you want to grab more than one item, you're going to have to give me a move test.
Okay.
To make sure you don't fuck up. Or the other option is you grab an item, you take it out, and then you try to sneak back in, but it's going to be another opposed sneak roll. And then see if you can grab more items there.
I'm going to be outside the door, just like stretching, getting ready to run in.
I think that the move here is probably to get the gas.
Okay, so you grab the gun,
That's what I would have done.
and then you're going to try and grab the jerry can. So go ahead and give me a move test.
Well, I was going to just grab the gas.
Okay, so if you're just grabbing one item, I won't make you roll additionally.
Yeah.
So you leave the gun behind, and you grab the gasoline,
Right.
and you make it out. And
Right.
once you're out, you relay what you found. So I'll let you do that.
Yeah. So there's bullets, there's a gun, and there's some scrap there as well. I don't know. Do y'all wanna try and get some more, or do you think we should just get the gas and get out? Because I feel like the gas is the
I'm
better
going
move.
in.
I think we're here for the gun, technically, but
Yeah.
Well, technically,
Hold on, before Joe goes in. Oh, he already went in. Never mind.
Yep.
As Gumruts is going in, Benny
I was
will be
gonna-
like, "No, I'm going first," and he'll like step forward to move ahead, and then just kind of slow down.
I was gonna inspire somebody, but no,
Well-
we're being idiots now.
You mean we're playing how we normally play?
Yeah, that's true.
So Gumruts sneaks in.
He starts talking about all this loot. I'm like, awesome.
Gumruts, you get to pick up 3 items.
We did Gumruts. Oh, Gumruts is Joe. I'm the.
That's Joe.
Is there anything that I don't get to grab then?
There is
Because there's the gun.
a shotgun,
Yep.
there's the box of bullets, and there's 3 pieces of scrap.
Oh, 3 pieces of scrap. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and if I grab more than that, do I
I'm
have
going to
to
make
another roll?
you're going to make a move test to get out without
I'm
alerting.
going to grab all of it.
Sure thing. You grab everything.
That's what
As
you
you
gotta
do.
do.
Go
'Cause
ahead and give
I
me a
don't hear
move test.
anything once I get there, right?
You don't hear anything. Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have not. So far, it doesn't seem like you've alerted the beast.
I'm
Give me
good.
your move test.
All right.
Okay.
you push that.
Do you want to push that?
Sure.
Just as bad as Chuck is this. It's like, please push.
Disappointingly,
Damn. I mean,
Fired first.
Sneaks in, grabs everything, and runs.
Ching, 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 ching. On his way out.
disappointingly, you find you already have the jerry can,
Mhm.
which is, I don't know if I can. Anyway, let me. You find the jerry can. I'm trying to get it so I can show you these items. Do you all have access? Can you see artifacts in the item directory?
I don't think.
When I was messing with my artifacts, it got weird.
Oh,
Try
yeah, how-
now.
Okay.
I see an artifacts folder. Yes.
Expand it. You find the jerry can, and you find a shotgun.
Okay.
You also find 16 bullets.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
You find a coffee cup with a print logo on it. It's one of Starbucks holiday cups.
Heck yeah.
You find a binder full of financial records,
No.
Is anyone writing these?
and you find a jigsaw puzzle.
All right, so I'll go ahead and add the jerry can to my inventory since I'm the one carrying that. How much does it weigh?
It's a medium item. At this point in time, I'm not tracking inventory, so probably next session we'll start.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So here's the thing. You all can choose to keep those artifacts for yourselves to make yourselves better at what you do, or you can return them to the Ark to improve the Ark.
What were the 3 pieces of junk?
I
Topic
dropped
that
them
jigsaw
in the
puzzle?
chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did. Okay. I was just writing them down on my thing real quick to make sure we had note.
All right.
I want the scrap, obviously.
Yeah, I figure he'll take it when he gets back with it, if he makes it back with it.
I think he did make it back with that success, right?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay, okay.
Gumrut's recklessness saves the day.
Unfortunately.
Okay, we can deal with.
I feel like I get out. I'm just holding all this stuff, and everyone else is like sweating bullets.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Like, we're 20 feet away from the door. You just stop at the door. We're like, no.
yeah.
You stop at the door and you're like,
I see you guys all hiding. I'm like,
Real
something
fast.
wrong? Yeah. All right.
we'll figure out the shotgun and bullets later.
Yeah.
So, you have your target.
Let's go.
There was only one gun, right?
Just the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was underneath the gun shop.
This was behind this giant hole in the ground, like past the giant hole in the ground. Let me phrase it like that. So imagine you go in, there's a sinkhole in the middle of the ground, and something just turned that into a den. Like it dug it out further to make it into like a little cave.
Okay.
Does it look
Walking
like there
around.
should have been more guns there.
At one point, there probably was.
I got looted, and this was randomly left behind by accident.
Yep.
So,
Possibly by the people in the last tile.
Maybe they're in the hole.
This is my whole.
I think Joe's talking in character here.
are you suggesting there's guns in the hole?
Could be.
Are you suggesting
If they
you
would have
use your
fallen off,
fancy
they
new
might have gone in that
shotgun?
hole.
I do just want to put out there, I reward stupidity.
You want to try out our fancy new shotgun on whatever's in that hole?
I would rather not. I would rather just
I start loading
get
the
home.
shotgun.
No.
I'm taking it out of my inventory then, Joe. So,
All right.
or my little notes section.
Gum ruts. Please, no. No,
Gum
gum, no,
ruts.
gum, no.
What?
It's not
Hold on,
worth it.
I'm inspiring Gumruts. Make your shot count, man.
All
Is
right.
anyone
You get two
going?
successes automatically.
Fireworks.
Is anyone going in with Gumruts?
I have a
that's-
long range weapon, so I don't need to go in.
Well,
That's my buddy. I have to go
you're
in.
I
gonna
will
have to-
definitely go in after Gumruts.
you don't have line of sight here, Dan.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll go
You're
in.
going to have to actually go into the building
Okay.
and hope that
sure,
the
have
creature
to
comes
too.
out. If you want to shoot it, you're going to have to move into the cave.
Jonathan, where are you at?
All right. Well, I'll be at the back of the
Hmm.
line.
I'm gonna be at the doorway.
I'm sneaking in.
I'm gonna start making my way down the cave.
I'm gonna say positive words to Gumruts before he takes his
All right.
shot, and then
Gumrut, you're sneaking in. Give me that sneak. You get 2 auto successes. So, Gumrut, 4 successes.
So I'm using the Inspire. Does the Inspire have
Inspire
to go to the
was-
next roll?
I'm
Or can it
I
go
intended
to-
Tyler,
'cause
what
he
does
said he's
Inspire
going
say?
into the shot.
I intended it to go towards the shot. I didn't realize he was gonna sneak first.
Okay, so yeah, it'll go
I
towards
can
the shot.
re-roll it if you need me to.
Okay. No, I don't want it to go to the sneak. I want it to go to the shot. I'm fine with that. So I'm sneak in.
Do I have
you?
to sneak as well?
Yeah.
Where are you?
We're gonna let Gumrut take the lead on this one.
If he's
Yep.
sneaking, then I'm just staying at the entrance.
Gumrut, you start entering the cave. You get a handful of steps in. Your eyes start to adjust as two beady red eyes open in front of you.
All right.
Can I say that the minute I hear the shotgun go off, I'm running down there?
We're just going to roll initiative.
Chuck,
Yes.
I see its eyes.
Yes.
Am I near it?
Yes.
All right.
Gives you something to aim at, man.
No, I get to use my puppeteer mutation.
Well, sadly, puppeteer only works against humanoids.
Humanoids, really? Ah,
Oh, dang.
it just doesn't count as a humanoid.
It does not.
Damn it.
No.
A
Okay.
little
Oh well.
overpowered if it did.
I still get to shoot at where I think it
Piganoid.
is.
So, Joe, I'll let you go ahead and pop your shot off.
Okay.
And then we'll do full
So
initiative.
this would be a shoot, right? And then I get to
Yep.
add 2 successes to it.
Yes.
A whole bunch of stuff just got rolled.
I rolled
Okay.
initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Okay.
need to take it off of the blind.
So
Let's say got rolled for me. So
I rolled
I need to
initiative.
drag the shotgun onto my.
Yes.
I need to do that.
Because you would have get a gear bonus as that. So you already have 3 successes. So just roll me. Oh, let's see.
Where is it? Shotgun.
Towards right at the bottom of the artifact list.
Oh, there we go.
Roll 3d6 for the gear bonus on it.
3 more. Okay.
Shotguns, gear bonus +3.
jeez.
It does 3 damage at short range and can be fired twice before it needs to be reloaded.
Okay.
So, Joe, that is
4 successes.
4
plus 3
successes. Hang on, you're going to do a little more than 3 damage because if we look at the rules for ranged combat, I'm just going to show it directly to Joe. If you succeed, you can spend every extra d6 you roll to choose a stunt. To choose 1 stunt per d6. You can deal extra damage, pin your enemy down, increase your initiative score by 2, target drops a weapon or other handheld that doesn't work, the opponent falls to the ground or is pushed back. So, you have...
Did those all happen simultaneously?
Yeah, you have, by default, you had 4 successes, right?
Yeah.
So, you automatically do 3 damage. Then you have 3 stunts.
I'm going to push that shoot, too.
Okay, go ahead and when you push it, make sure to include the 3...
5 dice.
So,
Yeah, you'll roll 5 dice.
okay. I'm just going to do
If you want to do the custom roll, you can do 2.
Yeah.
2 attribute, 1
Cool.
skill.
So there you go. So you add 2 more successes to that. So that is
Great.
6. Now I will tell you, if you want to dump this all into damage,
Yeah.
you do 3 base plus
Okay.
5 additional. You would do 8 damage.
I think that's what I'm doing. I'm doing as
Focusing on its
much
forehead.
damage as I can.
All right. You take your shot. You deal 8 fucking damage. Oh, you're at the top of initiative. That's great. So, the Razorback now gets to go.
Fuck.
Oh.
It
Knew this was a bad idea.
charges you.
Hear him sneak down there. Bam! Fuck.
Oh no.
The eyes didn't go out.
Ooh, but it misses. You've heard it. It's bleeding. It can't see because there's blood in the eye. Maybe you blasted one of its eyes off. And it just charges past you and just misses entirely. Like, ends up like colliding with the wall and just nothing happens on its turn.
That would have been super harsh if you hadn't blasted him for 8 damage.
It would have because he has a 10 strength.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my.
That would have been 14d6 he rolled.
That's a weird way of
Potentially.
saying he's gonna fuck you up.
Bringing math into it.
Oh,
Get that math out
actually,
of my Christian Minecraft server.
we are going to learn about a new ability. I forgot. This thing has armor.
It's
Naturally
interesting.
thick hide.
Oh, it can reduce
Okay.
that damage.
So I am going to roll its armor value. Every success I get reduces that 8 damage by 1. It reduces that damage by 2. So
Nope, sorry, didn't mean to hit that.
that's fine. But I'm not going to re-roll that attack against you. So it misses the attack.
Okay.
And Jonathan, you're standing at the door. You hear the shotgun go off. You hear the screech of the beast, and you hear strange trampling and collisions with something. You're not sure what's going on.
You hear me yelling, "It's not dead!"
So what are you going to do there?
Oh god, is it? I don't see anything though.
If you use your movement, you can run down into that cave.
I'm not sure that I want to run down into that cave if it's
Do
not
I-
dead yet.
Am I able to use my other action on my turn to reload?
You don't
Is that
have
it?
shotgun.
Okay.
Gets to shoot twice without reloading.
Okay. Well, first off, no. Reloading is a movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So you could, since you didn't move, you could have used your movement to pop another shell in there. But
Yeah.
like Dan said, the shotgun gets to shoot twice before it has to be reloaded.
Can I reload it anyways?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Just do that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I didn't spend my other
Yeah,
action.
absolutely.
Okay.
So Jonathan, tell me what you're doing again.
I'm staying where I am
Okay.
because a lot of shit just happened. I'm gonna save my turn and my movement, actually, both.
Okay. Benny, you're there. Handful of steps behind Gumruts.
Coming in with a spiked bat.
Hold
Sure.
on. I can now use my action to inspire him
Okay.
because he's around me, so
So-
he gets 1 success.
Jake, you automatically get 1 success. So go make your attack with your spiked bat.
Oh, baby.
You use your movement to close the gap.
And
So
bonk.
that is going to be 1 success. So that's 2 base damage. And then Tyler also gave you a success. So do you want to do that extra success to put another point of damage on it? Or do you
Yep.
want to use... Okay.
All the damage I can.
There's my buddy doing work.
It is still up. Char, you are at the back of the cave. If you want to get a sight on this, you're going to have to use your movement.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do so. Get close enough to shoot.
Yeah.
We eating lizard tonight.
Yeah, boys.
Okay. You push.
Yes.
That 2 damage slays the Razorback.
I did
yes.
Uh,
We
What were you
did.
guys scared of?
and I'll tell you what. I don't know if you're going to find a gun down here, but you're going to find something. Do I have an artifact table?
We're gonna find a dead
should be
Razorback.
That's
can
got to be a
program
resource
in-
on its own.
You can program in rollable tables,
Mhm.
but I did not program in the artifact table because there were hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of artifacts. Like the artifacts I have programmed in are like maybe like a quarter.
Yeah,
That's-
I
yeah.
saw the table and it's fucking deep.
I have the most useless artifact, but I'll wait to reveal that.
So
Too Old's got a good question for you there. Can you use the hide to make armor?
So there's not really armor in this game. I'm not going to say no, but the gearhead might have an ability to do something.
I can make
make
armor.
a
I
blanket
don't
out of it.
remember.
Joe,
where.
roll me 3d6.
All right.
A blanket is one of the gear items. Maybe you can make
A
that. up.
shield out of a stop sign, I think, is one of them too.
2, 3, 1.
You find it's not a gun. It's a little disappointing, but you find a compass.
Hey, that's still valuable.
So if I open up Gumruts, I'm just going to go and drop the compass into
Okay.
your gear. So you now have a compass as well. So real quick, I did miss something. You probably shouldn't have been able to use that shotgun because I forgot a rule, but that's fine. We'll say you got the shotgun figured out. You've handled enough weapons. So
Okay.
if you look,
Oh, it's an artifact, and they probably can't
Has
use
to
it.
comprehend. It
you have
first,
to
right?
roll a comprehend test to know how an artifact works. So,
Oh, okay.
Joe, if you want to give me a comprehend test.
Sure. Uh, Hey.
That's a success. You know how the compass works.
Sweet. And I
Nice.
immediately give it to Dan. Because it's
Oh, find the path.
Yeah. So,
+2.
Joe, remove the compass from your
Nice.
character sheet, and Dan, add the compass to your character sheet.
Done and done.
I will also say if someone wants to roll
Does
2d6.
that apply to your skill?
Yes.
Yep. So, someone wants to roll me 2d6.
You want to do it, Joe, since you bravely went in there?
I already did.
You find 11
6 and 5. 11.
units of meat.
Hell yeah.
So, you're going to have to cook this if you want to turn it into
Is
grub.
it like radiated, but
Yes.
or is it okay? If I cook
Okay,
it, is it still messed up?
Yes.
Unless you
I'll
have
add
the.
it to the pile that I'm tracking already.
So, if you take that back to the ark, I'll say someone there can cook it for you and turn it into regular grub.
Okay.
I'll check.
You know.
Cool.
Alex, if you want to go ahead and add a razorback pelt.
I was getting ready to ask if I could take that.
Go ahead and take a razorback pelt and 2 razorback tusks.
I want its head.
Nice.
Sure. So if you want the head, are you leaving the tusks in the head, or are you letting Tenji take the tusks?
He can take the tusks after I parade it around our base.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm cool with that.
Absolutely fair. So, you've completed your mission. You just need to make it back.
Question is, do we want to backtrack through the rad zone?
Or do you want to try and go around the rad zone?
I think it'd probably be a good idea to go around it.
Although I do want to stop by that pharmacy again, maybe see what we
Are
can
we?
find.
If it's a place that we've already been through, can we try to run through it quickly?
If
And do the
Dan
2-hour?
makes
to find
another
the path.
find the path, and if he scores high enough, you could potentially cut it down to 2 hours instead of 4. Or I think there's even a chance you could cut it down to 1 hour.
Yes, there's like a skip through it but find nothing.
Right.
Which we could do
So-
for the areas that we don't care about.
For the one area that's rad, we can just run through it, right?
If Dan passes his find the path test.
I'd be in
I'm
favor of
fine.
that. I think we've got a lot of stuff, and we just need to run back.
And he's got the compass now, which should boost it up a good bit. Are you still down agility damage, Dan?
I am, but it's fine.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and see if I can scoot us through it real quick.
It's 2 successes.
What does the little explodey symbol mean?
That's a fuck up. That's a gear fuck up. So if you push, your compass is going to
Okay.
be reduced by 1.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely not doing that. So 2 successes should be sufficient
Okay.
to rush
So-
us through.
Okay. So yeah, you make it through in a quarter hour. Everyone's going to take 1 point of rot. So everyone takes a point of rot. So that means you'll have to roll a number of d6s equal to your current rot value.
Okay.
And then if you take damage, you can then roll your 3d6 for your rot suit. So Joe, how you rolled it is correct.
Okay. So I took damage, but I also negated it with
No,
my
that was on that yellow. That was a phase 6. so you're good.
Right.
Where Tyler, you rolled a face 1. That's that little biohazard symbol. You would take a point of rot damage.
Except I didn't roll against my suit because I'm stupid.
That's fine. Now you just need to roll your 3 gear dice for your suit. So yeah.
So that counteracts.
Yep, it does. So it looks like Alex, Jake, and Dan.
I haven't rolled yet.
Yep, you guys need to roll. So Jake, looks like you might take 2 points if you want to roll your 3 for your rot suit.
So I'm supposed to just add 3 gear to the roll, right?
Yeah. Jake, your rot suit's value is decreased by 1. The bonus is decreased by 1, and you take 2 strength damage.
I'm gonna try to
Alex,
shake those off.
you're good. Sure, go and try and shake them off there, Jake.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, cool.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Did we rot points? So we did take some rot last time, but my suit absorbed it, right? So
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah. So you would still have that rot point. You just would not have taken damage from it.
gotcha. Okay.
I rolled mine wrong then.
So yeah, the rot suit just helps protect you from taking the damage.
Okay. So that would mean then we would be at 5 rot points then.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me roll that again then.
Okay.
Same.
I thought the rot suit prevented you from getting points.
I would have to double check the rules, but my initial take on it was,
So that's how I've been.
We can follow up on it afterwards.
yeah, let's just do this for now,
So
and
then
we'll find out the right rules for next time.
So then I would need to roll the gear
Yeah.
for the rat suit. Okay. So it's down.
Bless you.
But shit.
Okay, so all right, cool. Do I take any damage at all, or
Let's see. Where's that? Where was your first roll? So you would have taken 1 damage from the initial rot, but then your rot suits, yeah, you take a point of damage and your rot suit's reduced by another 1 point.
Okay,
1
and it's
bonus.
strength damage, right?
1 strength damage, yes.
All right, thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and eat my rat here.
Okay.
Are bullets universal, like whether or not it's a shotgun or?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you move through that section with all the rot. Now you're in the area with the pharmacy.
Forgot to roll 2d6. So okay,
All right.
looks like I have no consequences. So
All right, so you make it to the pharmacy. Did you all want to go investigate this thing?
Yeah.
do you want me to find the path again so I can search for enemies?
Enemies.
No, I'm not going to let you do that right now.
Okay.
So,
I feel like we have a lot of stuff on us now, though.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to get back.
you
I
could.
definitely want to explore this place later. But
Like, we got way more than what we ventured out for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then maybe find the path to just rush through.
Yeah, if you want to find the path to rush through, that would be fine.
Okay.
Mhm. We could definitely come back here.
Is that enough for rush through?
Yeah. I just
Okay.
need one.
Okay.
one success, yeah.
So you spend another quarter hour or another hour. So we need to find a better way to track the hours of the day. So I make sure you guys are eating and drinking appropriately.
Oh, yeah. That's.
But that's fine. It's first session. We'll hammer it out later.
We designate one person.
Something, yeah. All right, so you make it through the pharmacy area, ignoring it. I'll say if you want to. If you don't want to rush, you can make it through the next 2 zones without any trouble.
I'll still take rads. And
You'll take another point, another rad, and that's combined between the 2 zones. If you want to rush, you could possibly reduce that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a shot real quick.
Sure.
The rolls are free, and
Sure.
I
So,
keep
yeah.
making them. So
Yeah. So that's what? That's 1, 2. So give me another one for the final one, the one with the mushrooms. Do you want to push that?
sure, why not?
Okay. Nope. You do take 3 points to, what is that, agility?
Yep.
Okay. 3 points of damage to agility. You're not able to rush through, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough to stack on another point of rot, and you all make it back to the Ark.
All right.
And I might go ahead and rot eater my rot up, so I don't have to try and keep it.
Sure, go ahead. So once again, when you guys, when all of you return to the Ark, you immediately, they have you try and bathe off the rot. So half of your rot, rounded up, you can remove immediately. You do need to roll d6s equal to that amount of rot to see if any of it becomes permanent.
So half of it would be 3, right?
Yep. So roll 3d6. If you get any 1s, that becomes permanent rot attached to your character. So it looks like Jake, you pass. Dan, you pass. Irene, you pass. Alex, you pass. Joe and Tyler, you two each need to roll to get rid of some rot.
I'm trying to give. It's saying cannot properly read tokens of type null.
Oh, that's weird. I'll just roll it for you. I don't know what's
wrong. Like I said, I think my graphics card is having a seizure or something.
Yeah.
Well, if it's your you're using Chrome, right?
I already double checked hardware acceleration when it was giving me issues a little bit ago.
So Tyler, it was a secret roll. Can I? Yeah, we'll do
I think
that.
you can click
There
on
you
it to
go. Yeah.
reveal.
So yeah, none for you, Joe. If you want to,
Oh,
you
that's
already
good.
did, and Joe,
Yep.
that was a success. So yeah, you're all able to remove half that rot. You get some food, you get some drink. As soon as you come back, Nelson comes and hunts you down. He's like, "Did you find what I asked you to go find?"
Which things are we going to give them?
Gouda's going to give him the jerry can for sure, because like we have no reason to use the gas right now. Like to keep the gas for ourselves.
That's absolutely fine. So Jerry Can gives a +1 to Dev. So I'm going to open up that there. +1 to technology. So your
Nice.
technology score rises to 3. So what other artifacts did you get? You got the shotgun and you got the compass.
I think we want to keep the compass because that's really useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's asking like, did you find any guns?
Then yeah, I would.
Okay. So
you got the shotgun.
you hand over the shotgun, and he gladly takes it. And that actually, so Joe, you're handing it over. Give me a d6 roll, please.
Okay.
Roll high.
Oh,
Ooh, so you increase your technology by 1, and you
Okay.
increase the warfare by 1. Oops.
Ouch.
Bummer.
Can
But
I push that?
no.
I know.
So
I mean, we don't want to develop too fast. We'll have bigger enemies coming after us. So
that is true. The more developed you are, the more people are going to want what you have.
Time to brag about my Razorback corpse, or our Razorback corpse.
Sure thing. Go ahead and give me a manipulation test, Joe.
Can I get some inspiration on that?
yeah, go. Be strong. No, you cannot get any inspiration. I, in fact, make it harder for you.
Oh, do you really?
I can. If your roll fails, you get in
Well,
the way
you-
of whatever
you-
action.
You'd have to push your inspire though for it to fail, right?
Would I?
I don't know. We'll say yes for now, and we'll research that
Okay.
rule for next session. So, Joe, I'll tell you what. You show off this Razorback. You tell about the awesome feat you did just blasting the fuck out of this Razorback's face. And we'll say it kind of smooths over the altercation your group got into with Timothy. Now, Timothy is also nowhere to be found.
He's Timma missing.
Yeah.
In the song. gone.
So let's do. I want to.
Are you saying that, like, assuming that one of us is gonna care, or?
I was just. You don't have to care. No, I don't give a
This is
shit.
information.
But
You know,
now we
just
know.
as a point of curiosity, what's the day's special down at Nelson's bar?
He doesn't actually have anything to sell yet.
Well, no, I was like, okay, so no food or anything.
Right.
It's not
As
Timothy.
you.
No, like suspicious pork chili.
Oh,
that just
okay.
Out of nowhere.
No. If you want to eat people, you're very going to have to specifically invest in the cannibalism project for the Ark. So for now, he's not resorting to cannibalism. But I think that's a good point to wrap our first session. We still usually we go to like 1, so it's still got a little bit of time, but I kind of want to maybe spend a few minutes talking about everyone's opinion about it.
Sure.
I do know we got to look up a couple of rules here and there. So just over the next 2 weeks, I'll read through a little bit more. Hey, Dave, you got up for work. We're still playing. We're going to probably sign off here in a few. But yeah, you made it. You get to see our wonderful faces. So yeah, what's opinions on this game so far?
I like it so far.
A lot more rolling than I'm used to.
It's a lot of rolling.
Yeah.
I feel it's a lot of rolling, but I think once we know what they're supposed to be, it's going to be pretty quick.
Yeah,
with
I
fast
feel like
Yeah.
I don't understand the rules so much yet, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Forge makes it easy to just click a button and see, okay, here's a success.
Right.
Yeah.
The rot in particular is a little. I want to understand that better.
Yeah, definitely that.
I would be surprised if the rot suit doesn't prevent you from getting rot.
Well,
I looked it up on the PDF, and it does prevent rot points.
So yeah,
Okay.
rot suit. Okay, so it's you roll against the rot. Okay.
That's how I was rolling throughout the night. Was as if it were like successes were preventing you from taking rot.
Okay. So yeah, that's correct. So for next time, we know when you have the rot suit on, if you take rot, you roll your rot bonus, and it will reduce those points you would take before you're rolling to take damage for it.
Right.
So
because for me, the way I rolled, that's how I was rolling while we were out there. And when we got back, I only had 1 point of rot.
Oh, okay.
That would have been halved and then rounded up to go away with the shower.
Okay.
My understanding was if I take my rot roll, like I'm exposed to 4 rot, and I don't fail it, then I don't take the rot.
What do you mean? For the rot suit?
Well, I think isn't it like when you're exposed to 4 rot, you have to roll and then it sticks to you?
Or doesn't.
When you're exposed to rot, the rot sticks to you.
No matter what?
Then when the rot sticks to you, you roll your total of rot, and you see if you take damage from it. Rot becomes very dangerous very quickly.
And then when you have the suit, so if you have a suit, like we have the suit with 3, so every time we take rot, we roll our 3 gear, and every success subtracts from the rot points.
So yeah, so if you're in a zone with 4 rot, by the end of it, say I go, okay, everyone gets 4 rot. You all roll your gear dice for your suit. Every success takes that 4 and reduces it. So if you get 2 successes, you don't get 2 rot stuck to you. So then at the end of it, you would roll 2d6 to see if you take damage from the 2 rot you took.
Right. And then this journey, we were getting like 1 or 2 every time. And so every time we went somewhere, except for one time, I was able to negate all of it with the rot suit.
Yeah.
Since I only had 1 left when I got back.
Yeah, I know, Bert. No one died.
The order of operations is the thing that we didn't have quite down right.
Right. But we're getting there. Like I said, first session, everyone's going to fuck up the rules.
I tried to get us killed.
You tried. I do appreciate you trying.
And it was incredible.
There'll be more
I just imagine he had like an insane power trip when he gets the shotgun. And he's like, I need to try this out.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
I feel skeptical that either I'm using Rot Eater wrong or it's overpowered.
I can look at Rot
Well,
Eater
it's-
again.
I think because there's a chance that it doesn't work right every time you use it, though, because you have to roll your d6,
Right.
and you can potentially. So it's not free to use your ability every time. Because if you
Okay,
fuck
so
up,
let me go through this, and I'll give my interpretations of the rule. Option 1: spend 1 MP to eliminate 1 point of trauma from the rot. So if I stick 2 points of rot on you, you roll 2d6. If you take strength damage from that, you can then spend an MP to heal one of that strength damage dealt to you by rot.
Right.
Next thing, spend 1 MP to use one of your rot points to recover 1 point of any attribute. You can't use permanent rot points. It does not say that you heal from this rot. It does not say you remove that rot. You just can heal. So if you don't have any rot on you, you can't use that ability to heal yourself.
Yes.
But if you do have, like, you've got 3 points of rot on you and you've got 3 MP, like, I'm going to spend 3 MP. I'm going to use these 3 points of rot to heal your 3 attributes. You still have 3 points of rot when it's done. It doesn't wipe the rot out. You can just kind of,
so you can choose to remove the rot or the damage. That's what it
no,
sounds like.
there's no removing the rot.
And
Okay.
that's where I think I misunderstood, because to me, using your rot, I assume means removing it.
Okay. It does not read to me. It does not remove the rot.
I do want to say that I'm looking at the effects of the rot section in the PDF,
Yeah.
and it says specifically that the Rot Eater mutation makes you immune to the effects of rot-related trauma. You suffer no damage from it, but you still accumulate rot points. That's going to be page 126 on the book itself, but 130 in the PDF.
Huh. That seems odd, because that seems like it would remove the first purpose of Rot
The
Eater.
Rot Eater mutation makes you immune to the effects of rot-related trauma. It does invalidate those two.
You spend 1.
Well, not necessarily the second one. For the second one, you can
The
use
second
that
one.
rot to heal your agility or your wits.
Yeah, but the first one seems like it's negated completely.
It does.
What,
And
what
Might be a
happens if you
conflict
get a lot of
between-
permanent rot, though?
I think we've got 2 different versions of the rule book.
we do. There's
well,
a
so-
version 3 and a version 4. Let me check mine. I've got version 4, which is the new one up.
I feel like the second bit of Rot Eater is spending the point.
Irene, what
is
was that
removing.
page?
That was page 130.
Thanks.
PDF or book?
That was for the PDF. The book itself was 126.
Like the one that's on Dan's character sheet that I'm reading. The second one reads to me, because it specifies permanent versus temporary rot, like he can spend one of his temporary rot points to recover a point. That makes it sound like it's subtracting from it.
Right. And like looking at the actual the Rot Eater talent in the book, this is still digital 4. So this is the fourth printing. 70 on page 76, which is page 80 in the PDF. The very first one is spend 1 mutant point to eliminate 1 point of trauma from the rot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what it's trying to say. Like, I think that this is a moment where, like,
If
they're
you're not
trying to
well
say the same thing. Yeah, it's not well
So-
written. Like,
What is
Okay.
trauma defined as?
Well,
Is it
it's damage. All right, so let's look at this differently. Maybe step 1 doesn't do you any good, Dan.
Yeah.
But you are a Rot Eater. What if you spend 1 MP to eat the rot of someone else?
Well, I still have that question. What happens with permanent rot?
It does not. You just can't get rid of it.
So rot doesn't matter then.
No. Permanent rot. So if you have 1 permanent rot and you go into an area where you get another point of rot, you roll 2d6 to see if you take damage.
So I
Point of trauma.
Hang on,
So
Alex.
I think that's the big thing with him, is that he can risk gaining all this rot to use it for things, or he can immediately make sure he never takes damage for rot. So either he'll never get to use his other abilities with the rot, or he can try to just gain as much rot and risk the whole.
Okay,
gaining permanent rot.
I don't know if that's right because it's so. The first rule up top in the rot section says Dan does not take damage from the rot.
Mhm.
So Dan, you'll never have to roll to take damage from rot.
Yeah.
The second ability, or the first ability, spend 1 AP to eliminate 1 point of trauma from the rot. It doesn't say who that point of trauma is on.
Maybe it's someone else.
That's what I'm going to take that as. If Tyler takes a point of trauma from rot, you can walk over to Tyler and you can absorb his rot, healing Tyler for 1 point.
I don't want to be
trauma.
licked by Dan.
You got to get licked by Dan.
Yeah, that's
Fuck,
what
I
it'd be
mean-
now. It's just
I
gonna be
guess
this
if it's
outrageous
healing me,
sort of thing.
The interesting thing is that it's got this parentheses R
Yeah.
at the end of that. So what does that mean?
It seems like they're like
So-
referencing a note that I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
So
because
is it
sonar
saying-
has the same thing.
So is it
So-
saying it can heal damage for other people, but he can remove the point from him and heal
So-
damage?
Okay, so that's what the more I read, the more I'm thinking. So yeah, first ability, he can heal damage on other people from rot. He cannot remove their rot.
Right.
He can just heal damage inflicted by rot. Second ability, use one of your rot points to recover 1 point of any attribute. You can't use permanent rot points. I'm going to say, this is the official Chuck rule.
Mhm.
I'm going to say we're going to take it how it kind of reads. So Dan, you can use an MP, you remove one of your rot points, and you heal 1 attribute point.
Okay.
So you reduce your rot by doing so. Or,
That's how it reads to me.
yeah, the final one, it's just you can use rot to attack.
Yeah. Which could be fun if I had a boatload of it or something.
Yeah.
thank you, Char.
And each point
I found it in the
requires
book.
1 point. Can't use permanent rot.
Oh,
Yeah, so the second one, or the third one, I mean, is talking about spending 2. So it's like the trade-off between the second and third ability is like, do you want to spend your rot points to heal, or do you want to spend your rot points to do attacks? So that would make sense too.
Yeah.
okay. So the R is, yeah, it just doesn't cost you an active to do it. Which is weird because you would be absorbing it from someone else. Because other
Yeah.
words, it doesn't do you any good because you don't take damage from rot.
But he still accumulates the rot points as normal.
Right. But it's healing trauma from rot. Trauma is damage.
Right. But he would still take the rot. He would still get the rot point.
He would still take the rot points.
Yeah. So if he didn't want, so I think I think the intention, thinking on it, like, is if he could spend a mutant point to not take the rot trauma.
Well, he doesn't take rot trauma anyway.
Right. Okay.
So that doesn't float because the
You're right.
rule in the rot section says Dan does not take trauma from rot. Dan
Right.
will never lose strength to rot. Dan can spin an
Which is
MP.
crazy.
It's really good.
Yeah, I think we're all going
Like,
to get
just
that at some
that
point.
effect alone is insane.
But then Dan can go around and Dan can heal people by restoring damage they lost to rot. So
Yeah.
Dan is a rot
a-
heal bot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really good ability.
Well, I mean, they're all good. Alex can light shit on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake
Agree.
could make a
I-
person shoot themselves in the face.
Unfortunately, all I can do is run fast.
Well, I also healed you literally with my other ability, and that's the least constructive version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's
mutations are pretty
I think the idea is that all the mutations can be very strong. You just
Yeah.
have to have the MP, which means
Right.
you have to be risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
And I mean,
I aided on agility today.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all like maxed out our.
Oh
MP.
yeah. Also, I burned my hand by using my mutation, so there's still a chance him just eating a rot, he can blow up.
Yeah. Well, every time you spin an MP, you have to roll a d6,
Right.
and there's a chance something happens.
That's true. It's not just you.
Yeah,
but
and
for free.
that's one thing that we probably need to focus on a little bit more too, because I'm not sure that was.
I don't think it was done every time. But
I rolled
Right.
them, but I don't know if I was to take. I didn't roll 1s or 6s, so
yeah, well, if you roll a 1, if you spend an MP point and then you roll a d6. If it's a 1, you roll a d6. And for every MP point you spend, you roll that.
Yep.
And so the second d6 is your effect. So 1, your mutant powers run amok. You suffer 1 point of permanent trauma, cannot be healed, permanent trauma, and you choose which attribute is affected. At the same time, you develop a new mutation. Roll a 2, you suffer the effect of the mutation. You take the trauma as your target. Doesn't cause, if the mutation doesn't cause trauma, you get disoriented instead and can't act at all in the next turn.
Okay.
Then there's one that eats twice the amount of MP. There's
In that
another
regard-
one. Yeah.
I think we did it right because I did roll d6s every time
Yeah.
I used them. I only got 1s at one
Yeah.
time.
So yeah, we're doing all right. Like I said, first session, we'll figure the rules out. Who gives a fuck?
It's pretty fun though.
Yeah. Well, it is.
I like the kind of hex crawly sort of stuff.
Oh shit, we're forgetting something.
Oh
no. XP.
XP.
Mm-hmm.
Experience points. So here's the way experience points works in this game. I have a series of questions. If you can say yes to that, you get a point of XP. Keep track of your own XP. 5 XP lets you buy a new talent or increase a skill. Your attributes are permanent. You cannot increase them. So skills or talents are what you can spend this XP on. So, first question. Did you participate in the session? Yes. You all get an XP. Did you perform a day's work for a project in the Ark? Yes, you all worked on the defenses, so yes. Did you explore at least one new zone or one new sector in the zone? Yes, you all explored a lot of sectors. Did you sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy? I think some of you do get that because you said, that's my buddy, I'm going in there.
Yeah.
So if you can say yes to that, take an XP. Did you sacrifice or risk something for the NPC you want to keep safe? I don't think anyone did that this turn.
I did.
No.
I ran into danger to protect Mouse from the rats.
I'll take it. There you go. Did you sacrifice or risk something to mess with the NPC you hate?
I certainly
yes.
left Gumrats
hell
to
yes,
just
I
die as much as I could.
Yeah.
Now
But
that is
that's for
specifically
the rival.
well, this is for NPC. So in character
NPC,
creation,
not rival.
you would have picked NPCs or created NPCs that you like and NPCs that you hate.
Oh.
I specifically asked at the start, which boss do you align with? Eventually, I'm going to have to get that NPC information from you, populate them in the Ark, and then bring them up for future so I can dick around with all of you
I
with
put
those.
mine on my sheet. I don't know why I didn't save it because I copied the ones off the
Yeah.
deal.
Sometimes it's dumb, so you just try it again.
All right. I'll
Um,
think about a dickish NPC.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
right.
Final question. Did you sacrifice or risk something to reach your big dream?
Yeah.
Joe did.
Joe for sure did.
Several times.
Yep.
I thought I was...
I kind of did.
Yeah.
That's-
Listen, it's up to you. If you think you can say yes, then say yes. Or,
That's
honor
excessive
system
pushing
here.
count.
Honor system. If you feel good about saying yes to that, then I'll let you. If you think you're cheesing it, then don't take it.
Had a crispy hand, so
So, did anyone get 5 points?
Nope.
Joe got 5 points. So
That
Joe,
I did.
I'm right at 5.
so if you get 5 points, you can spend those 5 points to unlock a new talent or upgrade a skill.
I think I'm gonna get the field cook one.
That could be very handy.
I ran back in to help Gouda, correct?
I've slept since then. Who the fuck
I
knows?
don't think you did.
Ran in to help me.
All right, I think I'm at 4 then.
All right.
I'm
So-
getting credit for myself. So 3.
All right. That's it. We're signing off. I think Friendon is streaming, so we'll probably raid Friendon.
Yeah, Brendan's doing his jaw and draw.
So yeah, we'll raid Friendon. That's all we got. We'll be back with this in 2 weeks. What is today? Friday, Saturday. You can catch myself and Jake over on Goodman Games Official. for our next. Well, it's no longer the Phylactery Hex Crawl. There was a campaign-changing event last session. So now it's kind of a different branch, different leg of this adventure. So, yeah. So Saturday night, Goodman Games official. Sunday night, I don't have anything Sunday night, so it's going to be weird. Monday night is usually Aliens. I don't know if that might be up in the air. I'm not sure, but that would be on Free League Publishing. Nothing on Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll be kicking off our Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign here on Defenders of Kobold, but we're running it with Dark Trails, the DCC-based Weird West game. So that's kicking off Wednesday. And then we'll be back next Friday for Joe's Evil 5th Ed campaign, The Hollow Throne. We've got a couple zines out, so if you want to hit ! Zine in the chat, it'll give you a link to the zines. What else do we got? Irene, is there anything you need to plug?
I mean, I have my own show on Monday and like Wednesday, maybe. I don't know for the Zweihander for doing that on Wednesday. Zweihander again next week, probably not. I haven't heard anything, but I'm probably gonna be doing something on my own channel then.
Okay.
And Fridays, my own channel. Probably doing more. Next Friday.
So that is twitch.tv/DMIreneDB. So check out Irene streaming cool shit there. You can also buy the new copies of the Lowborn fanzine on DriveThruRPG. Irene and I both have articles in issues 2 and 3.
Yeah, you're in issue 2, I think.
I'm in issue 2 and 3, and you're in issue 3.
Yeah, I'm in issue 3.
Cool. So buy those and put money in Irene in my pockets because money's good. I don't have anything else. So I'm going to sign off. We're going to go to our little sign off screen and we're going to do a raid of Friendin. Everyone can wave frantically, but now that we're back on our own stream, I can say the classic sign off. So until we see you again, start fires, do drugs, and tip your fucking bartenders. Deuces. And I got to find the right mouse so I can actually sign off.
It's not the dog.
It's not the dog. All right. Later.